And now, WWE presents Survivor Series. Hello everyone and welcome! This is Survivor Series from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Brand supremacy has come out to play. And what an evening we are gonna have at Survivor Series. We are kicking things off in an incredible way as well. 3-on-3 elimination tag match, Trifecta and Absolution. Raw versus SmackDown, and not the only traditional Survivor Series match this evening. Raw and ECW to do battle later on this evening. Team Roman, Team Gargano. What a lineup it is. Reigns, Dunn, Styles and Andrade against Gargano, Cole and the Revival. But we all know why we're here. And it's for this main event. The return of Rollins tonight at Survivor Series against Kazuchika Okada. It's the most anticipated rematch of all time, and it is 60 glorious upcoming minutes in our main event of the evening. Survivor Series is ready to go. And we are ready for it. Here we go. SmackDown versus Raw to get us underway. Absolution versus Trifecta. SmackDown Women's Champion Paige being accompanied by Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville towards the ring to take on the dominant force on Raw of Jazzy Gabert, Rhea Ripley, and Raw Women's Champion Tessa Blanchard. A warm welcome to you all wherever you are for this edition of Survivor Series. I said on the pre-show that this was the most stacked Survivor Series I've ever seen, and I stand by it. And in my opinion, it is every reason to be the best as well. What an opportunity it's going to be for these 6 women as well. If you saw the preview to Survivor Series with the special edition of the Center of the Universe, then you saw how this matchup came to be. Bragging rights for the brands, but bragging rights for the women's champion as well. Whichever is able to get the win. And it is not a positive reaction for Raw's dominant force, but that is hardly a surprise. Trifecta in the building. Gabert, Ripley, and Blanchard. It has been there a year, not only in the Raw Women's division, but in women's wrestling in general. Tessa Blanchard has been the most dominant women's wrestler ever, in my opinion, within that division. I'd say even more dominant than Rosemary because she's able to do it almost every single week. And of course, she beat Rosemary and Ronda Rousey at the same time to retain that title. The first ever women's Money in the Bank winner as well. Tessa Blanchard did it all in 2019. That title proves it, and the dominance of Trifecta proves it as well. Rhea Ripley and Jazzy Gabert, her muscle this evening. Can Tessa Blanchard and Trifecta overcome Absolution as we get ready for some incredible Survivor Series action here this evening? Sonya Deville will start us off against Jazzy Gabert here this evening. This one going to be a good one. Traditional Survivor Series rules apply to this matchup. If you are pinned, submitted, counted out, or disqualified, you are eliminated. And whichever team has all 3 of its participants eliminated first will be defeated. So we could see a situation where Trifecta go 3-1 up, 3-1 down. We could see an Absolution clean sweep. We could see a Trifecta clean sweep. We could see a sole survivor. All possible outcomes here this evening. As Deville got in a big clothesline there on Jazzy Gabert, the tallest woman in this matchup. Oh, and one of the most brutal as well, as she delivered that hard knee onto the head. of Sonya Deville before driving her into the mat. Cover made here, early cover as well. Oh, she almost had it there. Almost near elimination, they may have set back. Absolution some ways there. Big clothesline though from Sonya Deville, spills Jazzy Gabert to the outside. Opportunity opening up for Deville maybe as she sends Gabert back into the ring here. Getting control in this contest as soon as possible is the most crucial element to this matchup, that's for certain. In the corner now we go, tag made. In comes Mandy Rose. And a double axe handle down into the arm of Jazzy Gabert. Smart idea as they look to take the power away of Jazzy Gabert. Of course, we'll be looking for revenge as well on Sonya Deville as she was rolled up by on the latest edition of Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley might be looking for revenge on Paige as well after she was cracked over the head with a steel chair just moments later. Speaking of Rhea Ripley, here she comes in the ring, one of the nominees for Breakout Star of the Year in the year-end awards. A little something coming up on those in just a few moments. Oh! Looked like she was going to hoist her up in a suplex, but instead the vicious knee came down to the face of Mandy Rose, and God's greatest creation is in big trouble. Rhea Ripley doesn't care what created you, but she wants to be the one to end you. Cover only got one on Mandy Rose, though. She pushes Ripley away briefly. Oh, big knee. Ripley doesn't come off her feet, though. These two women met on SmackDown earlier this week with Rhea Ripley achieving the victory. And here we go. Paige in the ring now. SmackDown Women's Champion joining the fray. Getting her hands on Rhea Ripley. Last week, of course, or earlier this week rather, it was a chair that was taken out to Rhea Ripley. Superkick attempt there by Paige early on. Countered, look out. Dragon suplex from Ripley. What an opportunity this would be to pin the SmackDown Women's Champion. Get her out of the way as early as possible. But instead a kick out at two there from the champion herself. Could we see champion versus champion right now? Yes, we will. Tessa Blanchard is legal. It is the Raw Women's Champion and the SmackDown Women's Champion locking horns for the very first time since this match was declared for Survivor Series. For the first time since this whole build-up began. Look at Blanchard stomping away at the chest of Paige there. Brutal. And trading a chop here from the two champions as they go at it. Back elbow from Paige. And a lovely Northern Light suplex. Doesn't follow up the cover, however. Probably realizing that Blanchard's going to need a hell of a lot to keep her down in this contest. In the corner we go now. Tag is going to be made into Sonya Deville. See what happens here. Irish whip. And a little bit of anything you can do, I can do better from Absolution. Double hip toss of their own. Sonya Deville look for some kind of snapmare maybe. Blanchard counters. Sends Deville into the turnbuckle. Uh-oh, Deville in trouble here. What's Blanchard going to do? She got the arm. Oh, bend in the arm. Far from the correct direction it was meant to bend. That's going to do some damage. Blanchard sees the chance. Top rope. Crossbody on Deville. The opportunity was there. Blanchard took it. And oh, Deville gets the kick out at two. Almost a 3-2 advantage there for Trifecta. Blanchard seeing the opportunity and making the tag back in to the alpha female. Jazzy Gabert legal in this contest now. A little bit too long, a little bit hesitant almost to go after Sonya Deville in that moment. Met with a high kick in the chest by Deville. Tags, quick tags, that are going to be crucial to this contest, going to be crucial to the success of either side. That might be where Trifecta have the edge. Trifecta are much more of a unit than Absolution. It's the first time we've seen Absolution as a force really since they met the Riot Squad, and that was a number of months ago. Trifecta are always by one another's side, week in and week out, when they're on Monday Night Raw. They have, in my opinion, a closer bond than what we see between Absolution, and that's showing with the ease of making the tag. And look at this Blanchard, the confidence being exacerbated from the Raw Women's Champion. She stands back and lets the tag be made. In comes Mandy Rose here, misses with the big boot on Blanchard. Oh, looked like she may have swept her leg out from underneath there. Maybe a ploy there from Mandy Rose, who just slapped the Raw Women's Champion right in the face. Back elbow on Mandy there from Tessa Blanchard, and another one followed there, knocking Rose off her feet. But Rose coming back here. Look for that slap once again. She's into a forearm. Nice kick in the leg. Look at Mandy Rose go here. Hip toss of her own. What a moment that might be for Mandy Rose, eliminating the Raw Women's Champion. And being the first elimination in this contest as well. Rhea Ripley wants in here, but tag made it back into Gabbert instead. Ripley seeming a little bit frustrated with that decision. And Mandy Rose will take full advantage of it. Took too long. Rose is able to recover on the apron. Oh my God, did you hear that chop? Way up. Gorilla press slam for Mandy Rose to endure. Maybe Blanchard did make the right call by making the tag into Gabbert and not Ripley, because Gabbert is just throwing Mandy Rose around, both literally and figuratively. Rose trying to fight back here though. Look at this, forearms coming in now for Mandy Rose as she tries to fight back here. Oh, but Jazzy Gabbert just stopping her right in her tracks. Big DDT. Dumped her on the top of her head. Oh no. Slammed down to the mat with ease. Look at the speed as the leg drop comes in. And the lights may be out in Georgia for Mandy Rose. Gabbert has her pressed in. Up on the shoulders. That'll do it. The Omega Slam connects. It's elementary. The cover is made by Gabbert. And Trifecta. A 3-2 up. Sonya Deville, the legal one in this match, and swipes out the legs of Jazzy Gabbert right away. Deville and Paige with their backs up against the wall now. Work to be done for the both of them as they go up against the force of Trifecta. It's easy to go 3-2 down, and it's incredibly tough to come back from it as well. Tessa Blanchard legal in this contest now. Ripley on the outside for a little while here. Sonya Deville going after Tessa Blanchard here, trying to avenge her fallen partner in Mandy Rose. What can Sonya Deville do here with this opportunity in the ring against the Raw Women's Champion? Oh, what a shoulder tackle there from Sonya Deville. My goodness, so much force put into that one. Kick attempt, countered there by Tessa Blanchard. Sit out, spine buster from Blanchard there, got all of it. Cover is made, legs are hooked. Is it 3-1? Oh, the shoulder up in time. Only just up in time as well, wasn't it? Very emphatic kick out. Magnum, she got all of it. Blanchard covers off a Magnum. It's 3-1. Paige is on her own against the full force of Trifecta, and she's looking to try and even the odds a little bit. Roll up on Blanchard, roll up on Blanchard. Oh, she almost had it, but the shoulder was up in time. Paige versus Blanchard, Ripley and Gabbert. So soon it all fell apart for Absolution, and the SmackDown Women's Champion is left on her own. This is why Trifecta is as dangerous as they are. The tag is finally made into Ripley, who gets double boots right into the face of Paige, who makes the counter there off that attempt to leap in. Cutter and head scissors on Ripley, takes her down. The fight this is turning into for Paige right now sends Ripley into her own turnbuckle. Gabbert will tag herself in. Ripley was waiting some time to get in this contest, and all of a sudden she's tagged out. Both Blanchard and Gabbert have an elimination. Has Rhea Ripley now got a right to look for the elimination on Paige for a clean sweep maybe? Or did Tessa Blanchard call dibs on that one a long time ago? Whatever the case, Paige has got it all to do from this position. And I would say the 2/3 of Trifecta are in very fresh condition as well. Paige Turner on Gabbert. The leg is hooked from Paige. And oh, Blanchard coming to the rescue in the nick of time. That almost did it there for Gabbert. And Paige almost bringing it back just a little bit. Hurricanrana from the top rope. Gabbert ends up in Trifecta's corner, but Paige Realizing as much as she'd like to take a break, she can't. She has to go after these two. She has to go after Gabbett right away to make sure she can't make the tag into either woman. Larry in the back of the head there. Once again, looking for the tag of Blanchard and Ripley. But once again, Paige denies it. Discus forearm. Paige working on all cylinders here and looking to try and reduce the deficit. Hooking her in. And hooking her up, PTO. PTO is locked in. Gabbett could be done for, but there's Ripley to make the save. Charging into Paige. Ripley. You kind of knew that one was incoming. Maybe Paige should have gone for the Rampage DDT instead. Maybe that would have stood a better chance of finishing off Jazzy Gabbett in this one. 3 count, a hell of a lot easier to make happen than a submission. Look at Paige. Top rope hurricanrana. Jazzy Gabbett might be out on her feet. Roll up. Yes. Roll up. Hooks the leg over. Covers made. Blanchard just a fraction too late. It's 3-2. Paige claws back the deficit to 1. And Ripley is the legal competitor. And she's sent to the outside by Paige. The SmackDown Women's Champion looking to make an almost impossible deficit into a possibility, into a probability, as she leaps from the apron onto Ripley. 2-1 the deficit now. Jazzy Gabbett expunged a lot of energy in that match, definitely in it longer than anyone else in that contest. Look at, we'll definitely be seeing that move later on in the evening, but that'll be coming from Bobby Fish. Paige counters though, quick to recover, crucifix on Ripley. Can she make it? 1 apiece. Wow, shows how fresh Ripley is in this one. Kick out at 1. Blanchard wanting the tag in. Ripley had her head up but didn't decide to make the tag. Ripley, the freshest of the bunch in this contest. And she might be looking to make a different tag. Here we go. Blanchard's legal here. And I think we're going to be seeing this move again. Double hip toss onto Paige. A much more exhausted Paige than the last time Blanchard was in the ring with her as well. That's for certain. Stomping a hole into her chest as the Raw Women's Champion. No remorse showing at all. Big knee in the gut. Look out. Hurricanrana. Could have been a fake out of the back suplex there. Not to be the case. Cover made, but Paige's foot under that bottom rope. Good placement there from the SmackDown Women's Champion. Whether she intended it or not. Paige now fighting back in the corner. Big knee in the chest there of Blanchard, but Ripley tagging herself in as well. Whoa, wow, what a headbutt. Paige got a little bit of strong style in her with a headbutt like that one. Knee in the corner onto Ripley now. Bulldog as well. She might be on her own, but Paige is fighting with all she can muster to topple Trifecta. Looking for the Rampage DDT. Ripley stuffs it. Powerbomb incoming, look out here. Massive sit-out powerbomb from Ripley. Paige though not done. Still fighting with everything she's got in her. With everything for Absolution, for the SmackDown Women's title and SmackDown itself. Christian James and Sting must be watching with bated breath at what's going on. Look out here, Ripley, counter made. Oh! What a kick! That could have knocked everything out of Paige. And that definitely could have done the extra mile of damage as well. Paige could be out here. Paige could absolutely be done for. Ripley could have just finished her off. Back superplex for good measure as well. The damage surely at this point is done. Rhea Ripley is just making it elementary. Shin breaker onto Paige. Tormenting, torturing debilitating the SmackDown Women's Champion, but she's still fighting on. Sidewalk slam from Paige. Where does this fight come from within the SmackDown Women's Champion? In the corner here, Paige, look at this, headbutting away with all of her might onto Ripley, and now scraping her boot into the face of Ripley as well. She has got it all to do, and she is giving it her all. But is her all enough in this uphill situation? Ripley turns around, goes after the leg again. A second shin breaker, tearing apart the knee of Paige there. Look out. Oh, back suplex, face buster. And every time Paige hits the mat, the fight fades from within her. But she seems to find a recovery. She seems to find some fight within her. And again, those headbutts come raining in onto Ripley. And the strength that follows suit as she power bombs her. Blanchard trying for the tag, but Ripley a hell of a long way away. It might be tied. Paige Turner. Cover from Paige. 1, 2. Will it be 3? No. Ripley kicks out. And Paige's expression almost said how. What a comeback story it could have been for Paige in that moment, but Ripley says no to it. Kicks out and fights back right away. Suplex incoming. Oh my goodness. This is why she is a breakout star of the year. This is why she is so dominant in every single one of her matches. This is why you fear Rhea Ripley and you fear Trifecta. Oh my goodness, look at this. Up on his shoulders now with ease. She managed to make that happen as well. Driving her into the mat. Ripley now crossing the leg. Oh my goodness! That's like a standing cloverleaf on Paige. Surely she's gonna tap. Surely this is it for Paige. Surely that. What in the world? Is Blanchard telling Ripley to follow the script and Ripley letting go? Ripley let go of her hold and made the tag into Paige, telling her to follow the game plan. And the game plan seems to be that Blanchard is gonna get what she wants. Blanchard called her spot. She called dibs onto Paige. And though Ripley would have finished her off, Blanchard wants to be the one to do it. Magnum connects. The leg is hooked. And Trifecta has done it. Tessa Blanchard takes the pinfall. Trifecta victorious by 2-1. Ripley may well be exuberant in the ring, but she just had that elimination practically swept from underneath her. Blanchard with 2 eliminations, Gabbett with 1, Ripley with nothing. But what she said earlier this week illustrated to be true. Trifecta. And this is a quick reminder that the year-end awards are still open for voting. Your votes have been pouring in over the last few weeks, but time is still there for you to get your votes in. And due to how close the Superstar of the Year category is right now, voting has been extended for another week just for everyone to get in their votes. If you haven't already, do it now at the link below. on tonight of all nights. Certainly, there are some egos clashing on Team Raw. Well, here we go, folks. A WrestleMania caliber match coming your way right now as Daniel Bryan and Bobby Fish meet one-on-one for the very first time. What a contest we are being gifted here this evening in Hotlanta. You know, both these guys have spent a long time in this company. But since day one of this universe, Daniel Bryan has kept himself loyal to Monday Night Raw. He has never gone to another brand, and he's never had a desire to go anywhere else. If you want anyone who bleeds for Monday Night Raw, who will fight to the very edge of the earth for Monday Night Raw, there is your man. Daniel Bryan will do it all for the red brand. He has done it all on that brand as well. But so too has his opponent. Daniel Bryan has won every title he can win on Monday Night Raw twice. But while Daniel Bryan has done it all twice, Bobby Fish has done something that Daniel Bryan couldn't, and that is set 2 records still yet to be beaten. The longest reigning Intercontinental Champion and the longest reigning WWE Champion. This man, one of the biggest stars this company has ever seen. And maybe it is because of that man in the background. It may not have gone their way in the pre-show. The Dangerous Alliance defeated in that triple threat tag team match to put ECW on the board. But Bobby Fish, if ever there was anyone to get SmackDown on the board, it would be this man. I may not respect this guy, and I have plenty of reasons not to as a person, but I can't deny it. Bobby Fish, the wrestler, is one of the greatest to ever step between those ropes. I have said this so many times, and I will say it again. You cannot be a WWE champion not only 3 times, but for 390 days by being lucky or by being a cheap bastard. And Bobby Fish, while he can be both, certainly was neither throughout all of that tenure as his WWE champion. That first reign, that reign that broke all the records until Seth Rollins came along. The fact is, it's 2.5 years later, and Bobby Fish still holds the record for the longest reigning WWE title reign. Daniel Bryan doesn't hold any title record when it comes to days held. Look at this here, though. 2 fantastic athletes steering off from one another. Daniel Bryan has waited for weeks to get his hands on Bobby Fish, and he finally gets his opportunity right now. Here we go. Daniel Bryan with the red of Monday Night Raw that he has fought for many times and bled for on many occasions as well. Bobby Fish, sort of a mustard yellow mixed with gold. That's all that Fish desires is the gold. Had his opportunity at SummerSlam to become a 4-time WWE champion, but slipped up and fell to the Rainmaker, who is knocking on the door of that reign as well. Okada knocking on the door of 300 days as the WWE champion, which would certainly put him very, very close to Fish's reign. Oh, look at this. Heyman getting involved for what I doubt will be the only time in this contest. That enabled Fish to come in from behind with a dragon suplex. Daniel Bryan, though, as I said, he's been dying to get his opportunity to get his hands on Bobby Fish ever since Fish jumped him on an episode of Monday Night Raw. Twice Daniel Bryan has gone after Fish. Once he was within touching distance. The second time Fish was nowhere to be seen. Maybe because Daniel Bryan gave him a pre-warning that he would be on that edition of SmackDown. Bobby Fish chose not to make the trip over to Manchester, England on that evening. Daniel Bryan, though, went for the dropkick. Look at that by Fish. Read him. Expertly timed counter by Fish, and his confidence showing as well. Daniel Bryan, though, not a man who needs confidence, a man who lets his actions speak for themselves. Double-footed drop kick right into the face of the 3-time WWE champion. Nice Northern Light suplex from Bryan as well as he looks to capitalize here. Try to fake back on Fish, but Fish had it scouted. Quick strikes coming in now from Bobby Fish. Backdrop on him as well. And look at that, right back into the swing of things. Picking back up right where he left off. Hard kick in the chest there to Daniel Bryan. Sees a chance in front of him and he'll capitalize shit. Chin lock applied by Fish, just wearing down Bryan. Trying to stop him from getting maybe a little bit ahead of himself. Trying to stop him from getting an extra leg out in this contest and just put him in his game plan. Illustrated and executed how he wants it to go, but Daniel Bryan elbowing his way free there. So Bryan is in trouble. You know that yes movement's going to be there, cheering him on. What a back suplex there. Fish coming right down on his head. You know this is going to be a knockdown, drag him out type fight. And so far we have not been let down in that regard, but I do believe there is a long way to go in this contest. Still. Big uppercut from Bryan there. Did you hear the thud of that one? Bryan countered there by Fish, however. Ducks under and Fish going after the leg. Smart move. Take away the speed of Bryan. Take away that running knee as well. Oh, look at the strength. Look at the strength of Fish. It's fantastic. Bobby Fish, the wrestler, one of the greatest to ever do it, and he hasn't even got a 2 count on that move on Daniel Bryan. That may shake things up within Bobby Fish just a little bit. Over the top rope goes Daniel Bryan here, right in front of Paul Heyman, almost landing on top of him as Heyman had to move out of the way there. Bryan and Fish on the outside now. Into the barricade goes Bryan, and into the ring pole here. Nasty thud. And that one as well. Bobby Fish just has complete control. Maybe I spoke too soon. Bryan coming in with a counter. Sends him into the barricade. Not once but twice. That time with a lot more force in it. Fish clutching at his back. Count up to 6. Yeah. Look at Daniel Bryan now. This is why he wanted to get his hands on him. Rib first into that ring pole. Back in at the count of 9 as well. And that could have been a turning point in this match for Bryan and for Team Raw, who are looking to get 2-1 up here. Look out now. Bryan bringing him in. Oh, shades of Jushin Liger with that one. An incredible bit of work there. And look out now. Into a Dragon Sleeper. A great homage to a legend. And now a Dragon Sleeper from the American Dragon. Looking to finish off Bobby Fish here. Oh, it's not happening. Quick shot from Fish. Gets him out of that one by Daniel Bryan. Coming right back with that elbow. Fish not granted a moment to recover. Bryan, yes lock, is he gonna get it? Hooks the arm back, he's got it. Yes lock cinched in, yes lock is cinched in. Fish is in the middle of the ring, a long way to corner those ropes. Could he have to tap out here to Daniel Bryan? Could he regret crossing the leader of the yes movement? It's locked in. Oh, Fish though breaks the hold. His arm might be in agony, but he got out of that one. And look at that, quickly sweeps onto Bryan as well and comes in with a gut buster. And now, oh my God, what a Saito suplex. That might be the most vicious Saito suplex I've ever seen. And Daniel Bryan kicks out at 2. This match, ever since Bryan sent Fish into that ring pole, has picked up exponentially. Big uppercut there from Bryan. Sends Fish into the turnbuckle once more. Not going to look for the running drop kicks this time. Instead, he's up on the second turnbuckle. Tornado DDT from the 2-time world champion to the 3-time WWE champion. Has he knocked him off? Oh. SmackDown would have been virtually out of the runnings for Survivor Series there if Raw had gone 2 up with Daniel Bryan. Christian James must not be best pleased with having to rely on Bobby Fish, of all people, for an opportunity to get smacked under the board. But he's absolutely going to be willing for him here. Nice kicks in the leg there by Bobby Fish. Crowd really enjoying this contest, as am I, in all fairness. That there. Fake cover from Fish. Couldn't capitalize though. Good counter from Bryan, who now sends Fish into the turnbuckle and up on the top rope. Oh, Fish comes in with a kick in the chest to break free. The strikes are coming out to play in this contest now. These guys may be fighting their second wind. Fish knocks Bryan around. Tiger suplex on Bryan. Fantastic bridge from Fish. It's only good for a count of one. Only a count of one on that one. Bryan now, German suplex on Fish, right in front of Heyman. But Fish shrugs it off, and he comes back. No, he doesn't. Bryan stops him, turns him round. Snap Regalplex, leg is hooked. Will this do it for Raw and for Daniel Bryan? No. Another count of two. We are being treated to a classic here, folks, between these two guys. They are giving it their all. Definitely feel the animosity in the ring. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. Picture perfect from Bobby Fish. No matter how many times I commend his actions within the ring, it still feels weird to be showing it towards such a disrespectful human being. Look at this now. Comes out of the turnbuckle and into the path of a German suplex. You could see the pain on Bryan's face as he came stumbling from those turnbuckle pads. And an exploder suplex will follow up as well. Fish thinks it's over, and Heyman may be telling him to finish it. Look out. Using the ropes to nail that Falcon Arrow there. There's the arm now. Fish has the arm. What's he going to do here? Traps one in and wrenches one back. Daniel Bryan might be forced to submit here. This could be all. No. Rolls his way out there and comes right back with an elbow. Daniel Bryan just will not stay down here tonight. In the corner goes Fish. Big drop kick from him. Full head of steam once more. And another one for good measure. Bryan to the top rope. Fish is in trouble. We're about to see a flying goat. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, my goodness. The head of Bryan just thudded into the mat, but he still hasn't faded. I don't know what fires Daniel Bryan, but he has never-ending fight in him. Beautiful single underhook suplex. Landing head first into the mat. Probably would have concussed anyone else, but not Daniel Bryan. Not when so much is on the line for him as it is right now. Not when he's been waiting this long to get his hands on Bobby Fish. Oh, might be about to steal one from underneath them. Sunset flip roll up from Fish. Has he got him here? Oh, well, he was mightily close, wasn't he? Fish in with a big forearm there in the side of the head. Bryan may not have seen it coming. Bryan may well be affected by that missed headbutt. And finally he's showing it because Fish is able to take advantage. Top rope. Falcon Arrow superplex. Oh! Huge impact for Bryan. Sleeping with the Fishes. From Bobby Fish. This could be all. Daniel Bryan says no. And Fish's expression, I think I caught the end of that. I think he said, what do I have to do? Well, what do I do? Daniel Bryan is giving it his all. Look out here. Bryan kicking away into the chest. And the crowd cheering along. One for luck across the head for you. Fish might be out. And Bryan might be about to end it. He got all of it. Running knee. The running knee strikes on Fish. He has waited for that. Right in the jaw. 1, 2, 3, no! Bobby Fish kicks out of the running knee. Daniel Bryan for a brief moment flabbergasted. Fish raised the shoulder up in time, and Daniel Bryan has repentance for it, trying to break that shoulder. Fish up on his feet, but I don't know if that's by his own validity. I don't know if that was autopilot within Bobby Fish that got the shoulder up, or whether there is still so much fight left in that man right there. Look out, Fish counters, another sunset flip roll up, another sunset flip roll up on Bryan. This time he's not falling for it. Before those kicks came in, I would have said this was hook, line and sinker Bobby Fish's match, but now, once those yes kicks came in, Daniel Bryan coming back with a vengeance. This is suddenly anyone's match. And what a match it's been as well. Look out, Falcon Arrow from Fish. The ability of both men to take punishment and then instantly return by dishing it out is just incredible. Tiger suplex. I don't know. I don't think Fish had the strength in him there to pull off the bridge. And that may have been an undoing because Bryan's able to fight back almost right away. Oh, Bryan feeling a wave of energy and momentum in him. Feeling it surging through him there. Fish counters though. Oh, what a flying forearm from Bobby Fish. And maybe that missed headbutt has finally caught up with Daniel Bryan because he is slow up to his feet and Fish is looking to capitalize. Comes charging in. Bryan is down and Fish is lining him up. Uncharacteristic for Bobby Fish, clawing himself to the top rope. With everything he's got left. Flying Fish! We just had a flying Fish! Headbutt from Bobby Fish! Sleeping with the Fishes! But Daniel Bryan is about to get a rude awakening! He's about to get the fish hook! Bobby Fish got all of it right across the back of the head of Bryan. Takes his headbutt, nails the fish hook, now hooks the leg. Bobby Fish has beaten Daniel Bryan. What a match! SmackDown on the board. But my goodness, what a performance from both men. But Bobby Fish shows why he is one of the greatest to ever do it. Victory! He is back. The ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, tomorrow night on Raw. Oh yes, how about that one, folks? The ace is back tomorrow night on Raw, and I can't wait to see him in action. But coming up right now, triple threat action from the NXT call-ups, SmackDown, Raw, and ECW all colliding. An opportunity for all three men involved, not only, of course, for a right to get a win for their brand, but the opportunity at a title match for whoever gets the victory, and a title match as well of their choosing. So as we see coming up right now, representing SmackDown, it is Jeff Cobb heading towards the ring. Big opportunity for Cobb, defeated Big E to qualify for this opportunity for SmackDown. And let's see what he can do in this moment, in this hour, to get the win. Maybe for SmackDown. It's anyone's game right now, all tied at 1 apiece. Of course, Jeff Cobb might be looking to ride the wave of momentum from Bobby Fish's victory over Daniel Bryan. We'll see about that one, but we know who's representing ECW as well. Those air raid sirens and the pit bull's bark can only mean one man. Ready yourself. Batten down the hatches, because 2 horses are standing in this ring. Here comes the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii, coming towards the ring, representing ECW, the final NXT Global Champion, making his way out here to a big reception from the Atlanta crowd as well. Big fans of Ishii, and I don't blame them. Ishii and Cobb have a storied past as well. They've met a number of times on NXT, but the big question will be, who is the representative for Monday Night Raw? We were never told by the Stinger, and there was never a match for it. He says it's big, but who is it?
Can we please have quiet on the set?
I knew it would be him. The newest member to Monday Night Raw, the final NXT champion, The Miz. Miz making his way out here. Sting did say it was a big one, and I suppose the man wasn't lying. Here he is. The Miz, with title in tow, making his way out here and making his Monday Night Raw debut, I guess, on Survivor Series. Well, Sting did say it was going to be big, and perhaps the biggest name that NXT had to offer definitely fitted that mold. So it's Cobb, Ishii, and Miz fighting for the right, for a victory for their brand, and for a title match that they are choosing at the next brand exclusive pay-per-views, which will be revealed after this match, ladies and gentlemen. But there you have it. The newest member of Monday Night Raw is The Miz. And those regular watchers will know the issues, shall we call them, between Miz and myself, as Cobb goes right, as Ishii, goes right after Cobb. The 2 horses of this match going tit for tat with one another right from the very bell, and The Miz is just going to soak in the reaction from the crowd here. Ishii sent into the back of The Miz, they seem to shrug it off quite well as Cobb hits a big back suplex, taking Ishii down. Miz in now on Ishii, back suplex at the Stone Pitbull from the A-lister. Ishii rolling out to the apron, Cobb from behind, back suplex on The Miz. First man to get a pinfall or a submission in this contest will win it for their brand and will get the opportunity for the title match that they're choosing. 2 final champions of the NXT brand in Ishii and The Miz. And one of the greatest in NXT to have not held a title in Jeff Cobb, but on SmackDown, I do believe they have a future champion on their hands. Whatever title it may be, he's certainly going to hold one. Meanwhile, Ishii going under the apron here. Steel chair from the Stone Pitbull. Well, no DQs do apply. Miz trying to keep Cobb down. Oh! And Ishii unloading with that chair. Cobb looked like he shut down from that chair shot. Miz got one across the head as well, but it seems if Miz didn't get hit as bad because he's fighting back. And that lariat in the corner takes Ishii down. Let's see what The Miz will do from here as Jeff Cobb comes back in the ring right now. Look out here, Miz in. Backbreaker, neckbreaker combination from The Miz. Defeated Jay Lethal in the final match at NXT TakeOver The End to retain that NXT title. And carrying it around, as we have seen from Ishii and NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler as well. Oh my goodness, look at the athleticism of Cobb there. Standing shooting star press headbutt variety as well. Now he has the Miz in his clutches. Oh, mistimed that grab though. Super kick, just missed it. Miz able to evade with his head there, just kind of leaning his head back to get himself out of trouble. Side headlock takedown now on the former Olympic wrestler. Brave move there from the Miz, especially on a guy who is significantly heavier than him as well. Miz will know a thing or two about triple threat matches. It was how he won the NXT Championship at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And with a similar use of that steel chair as Ishii had on Jeff Cobb to win it as well. Big headbutt. Sending Miz to the outside and giving us a great match here between two horses. As I said, they've met in the past on NXT. They know what it's like to face off against one another. They've done it plenty of times before, and they're doing it again here tonight. Trading Northern Light suplexes with one another, it would seem. Miz gonna rush back into the ring. Not what I would have done if I was Miz. I would have just stood out there. I'd have been way out of trouble. I'd have kept myself to myself and let those two men go at it, because that's what happens. Jeff Cobb coming down on the Miz there with that crossbody counter. In the corner goes Ishii. Cobb with a drop kick there, taking Ishii down. Look at this now, raking the boot across the face of the Stone Pitbull. Cobb off the ropes, running big boot and then some. That is about 270 pounds running at you, and Ishii could do nothing but get kicked right in the face. Miz now in the ring, in control of Cobb. Might have looked to try to use that steel chair to his advantage. Cobb says absolutely not. Gut wrench. Gut buster from Jeff Cobb now. Has the Miz. Tour of the Islands. And he might finish him. Oh, Ishii is there before a count can even be made. Great timing there from the Stone Pitbull. Rainmaker. Might not be the only one we see tonight either. Ishii gonna steal the pin for ECW. Oh. The Miz kicked out at 2. Nice little homage there between Ishii to Kazuchika Okada. Great respect between those men. Look at Ishii now. Oh! What a shoulder tackle. He looks out on his feet. Miz looks done for. Reverse elevated DDT there from Ishii to the Miz. Miz rolls out of the ring. Turn around. There's Jeff Cobb. Cross body from Cobb. That was fantastic. Miz keeps on trying to rush into the ring as quickly as he can, and I'm not too sure I agree with that decision. Although then again, me and the Miz have disagreed on a plentitude of occasions as well. Big headbutt from Cobb there on the Miz. Sends him in the corner and knocks him down off his feet. Miz retreating out of the ring once again. Maybe this time he should consider staying there for a little while. Look out. Spine buster. And I think Ishii's head bounced off of that steel chair. Cobb might have. And Ishii out on his feet. Stone Pitbull says hell no. Northern Light suplex once again in this contest. Ishii and Cobb. We know they can create magic, and they're doing it right now. And Ishii. Vertical drop. Brain buster. Oh, the Miz. Lightning strikes twice. Miz from behind. On Ishii. Covers Cobb. Lightning will indeed strike twice. A familiar fish in a familiar pond. The Miz steals the pin once more. And the win goes the way of Monday Night Raw. Raw's newest signing does it, and a title shot of his choosing comes his way, and that puts Monday Night Raw into the lead 2-1 against the other brands. They could wrap it up with the next brand v brand contest of the evening, but coming up right now, folks, I alluded to it a moment ago, we will be hearing from the general managers on the brand exclusive pay-per-views to come our way after Survivor Series, and we'll kick things off with Kurt Angle. Oh, wow. What a set of pay-per-views revealed there. Anarchy rules for ECW. TLC for SmackDown. Hell in a Cell for Monday Night Raw. Can't wait for them. It'll be a pleasure to commentate for them all. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first of 2 title matches coming our way this evening. Cruiserweight title is on the line. Rey Mysterio challenges Buddy Murphy for the gold. Mysterio became the #1 contender a week and a half ago, defeating Cedric Alexander on ECW to achieve that right. However, immediately after his victory, Buddy Murphy attacking Cedric Alexander with a Murphy's Law on the outside. The next week, Murphy and Cedric got into the ring. Murphy using an underhanded tactic to pick up the victory over Cedric Alexander, exposing the turnbuckle pad before hitting Murphy's Law. And then after the bell, trying to assault and maim Cedric Alexander with a steel chair. Rey Mysterio came to the aid, chasing off Murphy with his chair in his hand as well. Come the end of this evening, could Mysterio have Buddy Murphy's Cruiserweight title as well? Murphy setting a record here tonight. If he wins, he will be the longest reigning Cruiserweight champion this universe has seen, eclipsing the reign of Neville from 2 years ago. Murphy once called himself the best kept secret. You still see that he alludes to it on his attire as well, but now he believes himself not to be that anymore. Now he believes he's the best damn thing on ECW. And that no one can deny his greatness as Cruiserweight champion. It's certainly a match built up of respect and honor, and the lack thereof it that Buddy Murphy has for the Cruiserweight division ever since he became top dog by winning that title in the Elimination Chamber in the summer of last year. Listen to those boos raining in here in Atlanta for Buddy Murphy. It's always hard to get the crowd to cheer for you when you're going up against a legend and a veteran like Rey Mysterio, but Buddy Murphy reining in from the hatred that is coming his way here tonight. Leo Rush, Oney Lorcan, Mustafa Ali, they have all fallen to Murphy in title matches when he has been the champion anyway. And Murphy will look to add another name to that list in Rey Mysterio here tonight. He met Rey in the chamber when Mysterio returned. Murphy went on to win that match, as I alluded to before. But I believe this is their first one-on-one meeting since Mysterio's return to this company and to ECW with it. Look at the confidence on the face of Murphy there. Looks like a little bit of trash talking to Mysterio as well. As we get ready for this match to get underway, Murphy knows what's at stake. I would imagine Murphy has looked at the record books, has seen that statistic of the longest reigning Cruiserweight champion, and may have decided, I want that. And as we saw on ECW, he will go to some extreme lengths. I hope the referee has maybe done something, or the ringside crew has done something to keep those turnbuckle pads extra tight so that Murphy can't take them off, or the referee can stop him. So here we go. Cruiserweight title on the line. Rey Mysterio the challenger. Buddy Murphy the champion. We are ready to go in Atlanta. Bell rings and we are underway here. Back-to-back title matches to come our way. Mysterio has to wait as Murphy's on the outside soaking in the reaction. Oh, Mysterio's not going to wait! Mysterio not interested in waiting. What happened on ECW has fired up Mysterio, the veteran, clearly ready for a scrap here tonight with Buddy Murphy. On the apron, Murphy set back in the ring. Mysterio seeing an opportunity right in front of him to capitalize. Seated senton. Oh, Murphy moved out of the way there. Too early for Mysterio to go for that one. You know, as I alluded to, Mysterio might be a veteran, but he hasn't fought Buddy Murphy in a one-on-one capacity. And could that be something that causes a problem for Mysterio here tonight? He's wrestled so many cruiserweights across his career, but has he wrestled one like Buddy Murphy? as he wrestled a man who needs to cut weight to make that 205 limit to keep on holding that Cruiserweight Championship. A man who may well be pound for pound the toughest man in the entire Cruiserweight division. Up to the top rope goes Mysterio now. Elbow drop down onto Murphy there, following up from that forearm in the corner. Mysterio has always been known for being an underdog in these situations. Is he an underdog against Murphy as well? With how dominant of a champion Murphy's been. Look out here, electric chair in position. Oh, what a counter from Mysterio! Great work there with Mysterio following up with some quick shots. The master of the 619 going to work. Look out now, look at the strength of Mysterio. Powerbomb stacks him up. Is it a Cruiserweight title for Mysterio? Oh! Close but not quite. Shoulder up in time there from Murphy. Mysterio just unable to get it done. He's going to do it again though. Another powerbomb. No, this time Murphy had it red. Sunset flip. Could this be enough to retain the title? Oh, Mysterio flips him over. Oh! There's that veteran instinct from Mysterio though on pure showcase for you all. Able to get himself out of trouble. And roll up Murphy as well. Look out to the outside. Drop kick through the ropes from Mysterio. Crowd really behind him now as he looks to capture Cruiserweight gold. Oh! Face first into the apron. There went Buddy Murphy. And once again we return to the ring with Murphy in trouble and Mysterio all over the champion. Has Murphy bitten off more than he could chew? Oh! Maybe not. Maybe Murphy's just a master of playing possum. Kicks Mysterio down with a body kick there. Look out, suplex, got all of it. Picture perfect from Mysterio, from Murphy as well, onto Mysterio. Buddy Murphy, a former World Tag Team Champion in his own right as well, over on Monday Night Raw, but he has been something else in the Cruiserweight division, especially since winning that gold. Mysterio, though, looking to take it away from him here tonight. Mysterio throwing caution to the wind. That looked like a jumping headbutt. But could Mysterio look like a new champion? Oh! Once again, we say close but not quite as the shoulders up in time from Buddy Murphy. Punch the arm. Murphy counters, drop toe hold. Now returns us more towards the middle of the ring with Murphy in control as well. Right hand, another one. Staggers Mysterio up on the shoulders here. Oh, backbreaker there. Gutbuster as well. Did you see Mysterio bounce from that knee as well? That could have taken all the wind out of Rey Mysterio. Forearm in the corner from Murphy. And quick, rapid fire stomps into his gut as well. Atlanta, Georgia didn't like that one. Murphy goes into the cover, looking to have retained his Cruiserweight title, looking to break the record. But Mysterio, shoulder up at one there. However, he is looking hurt. It is not looking great for the legend of Cruiserweight Wrestling. Murphy sends Mysterio into the corner now. Oh, missed there. Mysterio with a nice head scissors takedown there. Very good. He's just doing everything that he can, I think Mysterio is. He knows that it's going to take a lot of work to get that 619 in. But he's going to go to the top rope right now. What a leg drop from Mysterio. Got absolutely every last bit of it. And Murphy could be in trouble here. Could be in big trouble as Mysterio sends him to the turnbuckle. Oh, wait a minute, Murphy countered though, snap made. Big kick in the back, follows up as well. Taking him right down. And just slowing down the pace as well. I've noticed that from Murphy. Oh, tit for tat. Powerbomb reversed into a sunset flip from Mysterio. Wow. I think maybe the referee took too long to make the count, and that was what enabled the early kick out. Poison Rana. Poison Rana from Mysterio. Murphy in the corner. Now up on top maybe and in big trouble. What is Ray gonna do up here? Oh my goodness! Wheelbarrow Bulldog! And he's dialing it up! This could be all she wrote! 619! Murphy might be out! Frog splash! Oh, the knees were up! Knees up in the nick of time from Murphy! He'll try and roll up Mysterio! Oh, but the fingertips of Mysterio in the ropes there. Murphy, though, he sees an opportunity now. Suplex incoming, gets all of it. Maybe running on pure momentum alone to keep him going here. But Mysterio fighting back as well. Look at the strength. Electric chair from Mysterio. He'll try again from the top. Looks for a leg drop, no one home. Murphy moved out of the way. And Murphy, backslide on Ray, shoulders are pinned down. Murphy got him. Murphy gets one on Mysterio. The veteran defeated by a roll-up. One move shy. But I'll be honest, it didn't look like Murphy had his number in that match. Murphy may be the champion, but Mysterio deserved that win. But the record will be broken by Buddy Murphy. Fighting talk from Johnny Wrestling ahead of the Survivor Series match, but I want to bring in my guest at this time, the winner of the triple threat bout earlier on this evening, The Miz. First off, congratulations on your victory, and I would like to ask... Always a treat to hear from The Miz. Right, we move on. 3 matches to go here at Survivor Series, and the next one is to come our way. The Intercontinental title is up for grabs in a triple threat match that in essence you could call, rightfully, a handicap match. It is the savior of SmackDown, Ricochet, coming out here first. The leader of the saviors heading out here as he and Kota Ibushi of that very group will compete for the right to call themselves Intercontinental Champion against the champion, of course, Jay White. Now, Ricochet said there was a plan in mind, there was a plan in action for Survivor Series, for capturing that Intercontinental title away from Jay White, and I suppose tonight is the night where we find out what Ricochet meant by that, and to see what the plan is for the man who, as I said, labels himself as the savior of SmackDown. Both Ricochet and Ibushi have singles victories over Jay White, and both deserve to be challenging for the title here this evening, but of course only one can leave with that crown. Which one will it be? Interesting to take a note there. Negative reaction for Ricochet, but a positive one here in Atlanta for the Golden Star. Even though he may be a part of the Saviors, obviously it was not from his own admission, it was not from his own choice. He said Ricochet rather said if he lost when they met at Fastlane, he had to join the Saviors. Lost he did, and joined them he has. It seems as if the reaction still is positive for Ibushi. Wonder how that resides within the Savior of SmackDown himself as we continue on with Ibushi's entrance here this evening. Plenty to do here for the Golden Star, or as Ricochet coined him on SmackDown, the Golden Savior. He wants to leave with the Intercontinental title. What will be the game plan, I wonder? And they almost similar matching attires as well. Black and white, blue and white from Ibushi, and a black and blue from Ricochet. Both wearing white boots as well, and both now looking towards the ramp as they prepare for the arrival of the man who wears the white strap around his waist. But both men will be looking to take away from him. I said this could be effectively a handicap match. This man has been through that before, but this man has had one hell of a tenure with that belt as well. And there's no blue for the Switchblade. It's all red as Jay White makes his way out, ready and seeking to defend that Intercontinental title. Will the Saviors breathe with a Switchblade tonight? As Jay White looks once again to hold on to that Intercontinental title. He wins here tonight, talking about with Buddy Murphy. White wins here tonight. He will go on to set the record by the time TLC rolls around for the longest reigning Intercontinental champion. And he will dethrone Bobby Fish from that opportunity. All to play for here this evening for Jay White. Last time he was in a triple threat match for this title, he was taking on the Originals, Finn Balor and Tama Tonga. That was where the downfall of the Originals began. But for Jay White in that moment, it was still in essence a handicap match for him to endure. Ricochet was some last minute warm-ups on the outside there, not really paying much attention to Jay White either, which is quite interesting. White, however, just soaking in the reaction from this crowd as he prepares for the contest at hand here. Ever prestigious Intercontinental title is up for grabs. Let's see who's going to leave with it. Title up in the air. Second title match of the evening. Ricochet, Kota Ibushi, Jay White. Who will leave Atlanta with the Intercontinental title? We will find out. The bell will ring and we are underway. And yeah, look at that. The Savior's sights turning straight towards White, and White will stand in the middle of the ring as if to say, all right, let's fight. Pointing to his head, does White have a plan of his own here? And the plan of Ricochet seems to be to send the Golden Star into action right away. Kota Ibushi going after Jay White here. And these two men getting ready to do battle with one another. Just look at Ricochet there, got a close eye on it, but he's showing no illustrations of moving a muscle right now as Jay White gets met with a heavy kick in the head and rolls to the outside. Ibushi taking a big risk early on with a crossbody to the outside. And Ricochet in the ring, meanwhile, soaking up all the reaction that he can from the Atlanta crowd. Ibushi returns him into the ring here. White down as a result of that crossbody. Ricochet will pick him up and take control here. Back suplex attempt. Great counter there from Jay White onto Ricochet. Oh my goodness, snap back suplex there from behind. Kota Ibushi. Look out here. Irish whip now off the ropes. Ibushi and Ricochet, of course, have a 10-year past with one another. Formerly the group known as Future Shock. The duo known as Future Shock. Ricochet betrayed him to form the Saviors. You see then a little stare he gave to Ricochet as he hit that, as to Ibushi as he hit that DDT. Ricochet talks about cleansing professional wrestling and saving it from what we know it to be. Seems to be caught up in his own ideas of being a messiah. But he's doing a good job right now with Jay White on the outside. This is almost in essence a preview to a potential outcome that we could see at Survivor Series with a 2-on-1 element in that Raw vs ECW match coming up next. Of course, Paige knows how this was like when she was going up against Ripley and Blanchard at the start of the evening. Ibushi! Heavy kick in the back there. You could hear the thud of that one. Oh! Standing shooting star press connected with ease there from Ricochet. Gotta look out as well for the danger when you're put up against the ropes. Look out here, what are we going to see? Oh, big kick in the back of the head there from Ibushi. Sliding German suplex, are you kidding me? And has that enabled Ricochet to be Intercontinental Champion? Oh, here's the game plan though. It looks as if the game plan illustrates that the title is going the way of Ricochet because Ibushi didn't move a muscle when the pin was made. Ibushi up high, Phoenix Splash, but there's no one home. Knees only for the Golden Star as White is coming back here. The fight back is on by the champion. Back elbow. Oh! Drop kick in the ribs there. Looked like he may have caught Ricochet on the way down with his knee as well. Went for the high kick this time. White had it scouted. White in big. Oh my goodness! Ricochet throwing caution to the wind for Ibushi's sake there as he freed him from that reverse Alabama slam attempt. Uppercut there from Jay White. He's fighting back here. He is fighting back. Switchblade doing everything that he can. Sends Ricochet in the corner. Sends Ibushi into Ricochet in the corner. Look out. Getting acquainted with one another. Ricochet and Ibushi. Ricochet rolls to the outside here. Back up to his feet. Ibushi though felt the impact of that one. He's staying down here. Leaping kick attempt. No one home. Teardrop suplex from Jay White. I imagine for White the record isn't important to him right now. What is his survival? Is leaving Survivor Series with that title still around his waist, is enduring the wrath of the Saviors and leaving with that Intercontinental title still belonging to the Switchblade. Ibushi coming back in the ring and going right after Jay White here. You can hear a little bit more of a negative reaction towards him as well as he gets met with two big boots in the face and a super kick in the gut. Jay White's cooking on all cylinders right now. Look out. Uranagi from White. He got absolutely every last bit of it. Turns his attention towards Ibushi. Maybe a little bit too late. Ibushi comes up the counter. Drop kicks back into the ring. Beautiful springboard drop kick. White rolling out, trying to retreat. Good God! Is there anything he won't do to throw caution to the wind? A good fight back there. Look out. That can't have been. Oh! Miscommunication. White came up with that counter, and it looks like Ricochet had White intended to be in that position. Instead, it was Ibushi. And as a result of that, Ibushi's the one clattered by Ricochet on the outside, not the Switchblade. Oh, but Ricochet making up for his mistake. He'll fly again, and this time he'll get all of him. Back into the ring he goes. Back into the path of Kota Ibushi he goes as well. Ricochet just standing there for a moment, maybe letting Ibushi do some of the work for him. Oh, White's getting beaten down now. You can hear the negative response both for Ibushi and Ricochet growing here as this match continues on. The damage being done with no break. And for a while now, no fight back from Jay White either. The champ is in huge, huge trouble. Look out, Hurricanrana walked the ropes to nail it. And this could do it. Are we looking at the new Intercontinental Champion? Jay White says no. What more does he have to do? What more do the Saviors have to do to beat Jay White at this point? Is there any fight left in White? That'll say that there is. Clothesline takes down Ibushi. Forearm shot from Ricochet. White though was standing there as if to say, hit me, I dare you. Well, he hit Ricochet and he'll hit Ibushi now. Suplex onto the Golden Star. Ricochet's rolled to the outside. White talking trash to Ibushi as he recovers in the turnbuckle. Here goes. Once again, this time no Ricochet to save him. Oh, reverse Alabama slam. Impact and then some. As Jay White works over the arm now. Is Ibushi in big trouble here? Is Jay White looking to end it all? Powerbomb maybe. No, face first into the mat instead. Oh, but Ricochet coming in and making the save in the nick of time. That could have been it. He's up against the ropes. You never know. Irish whip. That could lead into the save yourself. You just never know with Ricochet. Can't read him. He's so quick. Super kick attempt. Countered by Jay White. Oh, what a slap. What a slap. No respect in it and no respect intended. Brings him up. Blade Runner. Is he going to do it? 1, 2. Ibushi makes the save. So close for Jay White. Ricochet's down. There's no movement. And if the game plan was to give the title to Ricochet, Ibushi may have to do it all on his own. That jawbreaker though, that there's so much in it. Look at this, Ibushi picking up Ricochet here. Ricochet still doesn't know where he is right now. That Blade Runner looked like it would have finished him off. White slowly recovering as well. That jawbreaker could have broken his jaw. It could have concussed him. The fight seems to have gone in Jay White. Ricochet lighting it up. Irish whip. White holds himself there. Save yourself. It is surely over now. I don't know. Both men are just standing there right now. What? Ricochet is... He's handing it over. He is telling Ibushi to cleanse this division. Ricochet just forfeited the match. Come on, Goye! 1, 2. We've got a new Intercontinental Champion. The Golden Star just became the Golden Savior. The Intercontinental Championship has been cleansed in the view of Ricochet, but it is not the Savior himself who makes that happen. Kota Ibushi, your new Intercontinental Champion. Well, that'll do it for our final title bout of the evening. But here we go, folks. It is time for the traditional Survivor Series match. It is time for Raw vs. ECW. Team Reigns, Team Gargano, 4-on-4. This is what we look forward to at Survivor Series. Brand Warfare to come our way. And Raw will make its way out first with a chance right now to wrap it all up. Victory here will seal it. It is currently 2-1 to Raw over ECW and SmackDown. They win. It's 3-1. Whatever happens, it's game over. The only other brand with a shot at winning it right now is ECW. They have to win here and win in the main event. If ECW wins here and SmackDown wins the main event, it's a three-way tie at 2 apiece. We won't get a brand winner at Survivor Series. All that discussions of the main event having a factor on the brand versus brand equation could be done for if Raw wins here tonight. First out, Andrade. El Idolo making his way towards the ring. Saw Zelina Vega. I imagine, though, has illustrated some last-minute tactics into El Idolo, who will be out looking for revenge after his failed attempt to invade ECW this past week. Although he was met with Braun Strowman and no one from the ECW roster themselves, he may well have some bad blood with the Revival after his victory over Samoa Joe that qualified him for Team Raw was basked over almost by the Revival's Shatter Machine onto El Idolo. We'll see if that's the case or not in just a moment, but Andrade seems fired up and ready to go, but Gold coming out to play here. Speaking of Gold, Andrade's going to be sharing the side of the ring with a lot of gold and a lot of men who wear a lot of gold as well. Talked about in the preview to this contest about Andrade potentially being a future world champion. Right now it seems if the world champion has his beef with one man, they might well be on the same team tonight, but tensions are running high between the world champion and this man, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Big response from the Georgia crowd for the home state hero. Gainesville, Georgia, the hometown of AJ Styles, but Atlanta he is in tonight, looking to win it at Survivor Series. We heard earlier Styles saying to Reigns, I'll follow your game plan, but if I see something I don't like, I'm out of here. So that brings up a question, and I think an interesting one at that. Is Styles fighting for Raw? Or is he fighting for himself? Or, potential third interpretation, is he fighting for Raw but not for Reigns? That could certainly be something else that you could argue as well, as AJ Styles soaks in the reaction from this crowd right now. And a positive one at that, a big response, maybe the biggest of the night. He might be the home state hero, but I think there are three men this evening who might get a bigger response than him. Right now, the response goes towards the way of the United States champion, the final man to qualify for Team Raw, and the longest reigning United States champion at that, the Cruiserweight, Pete Dunne, who got called out by The Miz for Hell in a Cell. Dunne will do battle with The Miz at that pay-per-view. That one should be interesting as well. I am looking forward to seeing what happens when those two men meet. Maybe Dunne can knock that ego of The Miz down a peg as well. We'll see about that one. But right now, Dunne, we may carry that United States title. It is all about the pride of being on Monday Night Raw, fighting for it, and getting himself that opportunity to be on a winning team and win it for Team Raw and the Raw brand. Obviously, I have a bit of a partial stake in this one, being the general manager of ECW, but tonight I have refrained from being as biased as possible. Doesn't mean I can't still bite my nails at what's going on, but I'm sure Sting and Kurt Angle are doing plenty of that for the three of us as well. One man left to come out on Team Raw. It's been positive receptions all around, until this man makes his way out. There's the boos, but there is the world champion, Roman Reigns, in the building. The longest reigning world heavyweight champion. Himself and Pete Dunne won their belts on the same night at the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. Roman Reigns knocked off Hiroshi Tanahashi. Since then, he has knocked off Tanahashi once more. The Undertaker and Kyle O'Reilly. Although we remember how that No Way Out contest ended. Arguably, Kyle O'Reilly should have been on Team Raw. We all saw what happened there. Roman Reigns and Johnny Gargano have had plenty of bad blood. It feels as if at least once a week they've got their hands on one another and a fight has broken out between them. Will that happen again here tonight? I would imagine it will. Reigns carrying that World Heavyweight Championship, as I believe he would imagine in his own mind he has carried Monday Night Raw ever since winning that belt as well. Reigns focused as ever. We have heard a lot about the ego of this man in the build-up to this event, saying that to AJ Styles on Raw as well, "You are just my foot soldier. I am the general." And once again, follow my game plan, my Raw, my win. My has been the word coming out of Roman Reigns' mouth. AJ Styles may have had a point and may have struck a nerve when he talked about the attitude of Roman Reigns and his desire to win this just to feed his own ego. The Team Raw's made their way out, and Team ECW's coming up next. That's quite a response, as the first member of ECW makes his way out. You know who it is. And here he is, Adam Cole towards the ring. What a response from the Atlanta crowd towards him as he makes his way out here this evening. Cole, the final participant to qualify altogether. And we all saw how that went on ECW. Very controversial ending. Very, very disgusting ending as well from LIJ. If you saw the preview, we saw what transpired on ECW. I don't want to talk about it. It was a disgusting act. It should be reprimanded. It should be condemned to the highest levels. It was an act of a cowardice trio. Justice will come their way one day. Something will come their way. Johnny Gargano has said that he promises to be the one to do it. But this man as well has bad blood with that group. And so too does Braun Strowman. You couldn't have pissed off three bigger names on ECW unless you went straight for Seth Rollins. But of course, we talked about in the preview as well, Adam Cole is not at 100% here this evening, and neither is one half of this team either. You know, a few weeks ago, these guys would have come out to a flurry of hatred and booze coming their way, but ever since they joined Team ECW, the response has grown in a positive mindset for the Revival and for Dash Wilder as well. Scott Dawson is far from 100%. He has burns from the spear into the breaker box. He has internal injuries, but there was no way Scott Dawson was staying down, and you saw in these past few weeks how big the brotherhood lies in the Revival, how much these two guys mean to one another. Everything that Dash Wilder did was for Scott Dawson. Hunting revenge, hunting Roman Reigns. Tonight they get their hands on him. As I said, Cole, Dawson, not at 100%. But Dash Wilder is at 100% and ready for a fight. And so too is one more man in this match. We await the team captain and a big response. Atlanta rises for the man, the captain, and the man who looks ready for war. He said he didn't want to be coined anything. He said he wasn't going to make any jokes about his name, but I will. Johnny Survivor is in the building, and he is ready to lead Team ECW into war. Listen to that for Gargano. Here we go. Gargano said it earlier, he respects members of Team ECW, but this is war, and they're on the opposition, and they must go down with the ship. So here we go. We are ready. We are set. And here we begin. 4-on-4. And the chants go the way of Adam Cole as he will start this one against Andrade. Same rules apply as they did with Trifecta and Absolution earlier on the evening. Pin submitted, counted or disqualified. You are eliminated from this contest. Adam Cole making the first mistake of wrestling Andrade, and that is turning his back on Andrade. And the Idolo will capitalize right away. 4v4 going to be harder, I think, to get those pinfalls and submissions. You're going to look for an even smaller window. Adam Cole's injuries, a minor concussion courtesy of that powerbomb onto the apron and being swung into it as well, and the belt shot. On top of that, a cracked rib as well. Reveal all of this now that the match has begun. Everyone knew that Scott Dawson was at 100%, but now we can reveal the injuries so that Team Raw didn't pick up any intel. It's pretty obvious he wasn't going to be 100%, but now we know that the extent of his injuries having been revealed there. Here comes a man at 100% though, Dash Wilder, who has really been one of the big talking points, I think, heading into this. Seeing the Revival almost become people. You know, we've known them as a fantastic tag team for so long, one of the best in the world, no doubt about it, but now we see them as people, and we see their morals, their ethics. We are seeing Dash Wilder's anger being expressed as well to Andrade. Wilder would love nothing more than to eliminate Roman Reigns from this match. He took the chair to him on ECW. I'm sure he would love to hit him with a shatter machine tonight and pick up the win. So here we go. Andrade will make the tag into Pete Dunne. These two guys haven't been on eye-to-eye level ever since both of them arrived to Monday Night Raw. They fought in the past for the United States Championship. There are tensions boiling on Team Raw, not only between AJ Styles and Roman Reigns, but between Andrade and Dunne as well. Gory bomb from Dash Wilder. Cover on the United States Champion. What a moment this could be. But it's pretty much the first move hit on Pete Dunne, so there's no surprise that it's only good for a count of one there. To the turnbuckle we go. Scott Dawson wants in, and he's going to get it. Here we go. What can Dawson do here? As I stated before, not at 100%, but that's not going to stop him from fighting. In the corner we go. Oh, Dunne. He probably knows those ribs are hurt, and he capitalized fully. And why not? Oh, power bomb there. That's not going to do any damage. That's not going to do any good, rather, to the body of Dash Wilder, of Scott Dawson either. But Dawson coming back there, ducking the forward, hitting a nice uppercut. So far we've seen 3 members of ECW in the ring and only 2 from Raw. Reigns and Styles standing next to one another, but they are not exactly saying anything. Look at that. Andrade and Styles both putting out their arms there for the tag. Reigns not getting involved at all. Definitely seeing some selfish tendencies from the world champion right now. Has done steps out of that chin lock and hits a big forearm, taking Dawson right off his feet there. In the corner we go. Back in comes Andrade. Wouldn't have expected these two guys to be the biggest common link in Team Raw, but that's what we're seeing right now. Oh! Nice! Neck breaker there from Scott Dawson. Dash Wilder going to come back in. Now we're going to see why the Revival, one of the greatest tag teams in the world. Beautiful tandem tag team offense. And Reigns holding at his arm there. Dash Wilder, I'm surprised he didn't just let him crawl all the way to Reigns and let Reigns tag himself in. That certainly would be something that Wilder would want. Oh! Twisting suplex there. Cover made. Is Andrade going to be eliminated first? No. Kick out. Wilder gets a great 2 count there. Looked over at Gargano. I think Gargano just told him, keep on him. Keep doing what you're doing. Dash Wilder doing a great job so far. In the corner we go. Again. Into Pete Dunne. Andrade and Dunne seem to have found some team bonding with one another. Though I imagine after the end of tonight, that's going to all go out of the window and they'll be back to being rivals. Sit out tombstone! And the Cruiserweight and the Revivals dash Wilder in the turnbuckle here of Team Raw, in trouble as the Phenomenal One enters the ring. That means the team captain's the only man to have not entered this match so far. Wilder moves out of the way of the lariat there. Nicely done. Good lariat of his own as well. Takes Styles off his feet. Dash Wilder more than holding his own in the ring right now against some incredible athletes. Step up Enziguri though. AJ Styles introducing himself to Dash Wilder. Chop in the chest. No. Big right hand connects from Dash Wilder. In the corner we go. Who's he going to tag? It's going to be Dawson. The only tag team in this match, so why not make the most of their tag team offense at every opportunity? Right into the knee of Styles after being held up in an Indian deathlock position there. Good work from the Revival. Oh, he kind of made their by Styles on Dawson. And again, going after that back, going after the internal injuries. It might not be the most respectful tactic, but in all honesty, why not? If it's hurt, why not? It's the way you got to look at it. That's the way this business works. You see a hurt body, target it. No matter who you are, it's a smart move. Pele kick from Styles now. Dawson might be out of it. Cover's made. This could be the first elimination. No, Dawson's going to get the shoulders up just in time. A big kick out as well, as if to say, I am not done. Would Dawson like to get his hands on Roman Reigns as well, I wonder? Oh, taking out the knee! Dawson takes out the knee of AJ Styles there, but he can't capitalize. Styles will return in his own right. Oh, taking out the knee of Dawson. Smashing it. Kneecap first into the ring. And that mat has no give in it either. Stomping away into the chest now. Calf crusher coming in here. Calf crusher's locked in, but the ropes are there as well. Look at that from Dash Wilder. Instantly, like a hawk, getting in the ring to save save Scott Dawson there. There is trouble. There is trouble for Dawson right now. He needs to fight back. He needs to make a tag. He needs to do something. And he needs to do it now. Or he could be done. Splash from Styles there. Oh no. Styles is in on Dawson. Styles clash to Scott Dawson. He said he wanted a fight. Doctors told him not to. And that may have been his undoing. In the corner of Team Raw, the cover's made. Dawson is eliminated. And Gargano will enter the fray. Wilder couldn't make the save in time, and there was almost a bit of empathy from Wilder as well, as if to say no. Dawson needs to get out of here. Dawson looked hurt. There was just no fight left in him. And now the uphill battle begins for ECW. 4-3 down. But Johnny Captain has entered the ring. Hey, there's another pun for you. Even if Gargano may not want them. The fight is on here. Gargano with an elbow drop there down onto AJ Styles. Matching black and white attires from these two men, but that's about all that they're sharing in common here this evening. Discus forearm. Gargano, top rope. Styles rolls over to his... Oh, and moved out of the way of the elbow drop. Gargano should have been aware that maybe he was playing possum in the corner. Here we go. Styles makes the tag. Reigns is legal. The captains, the two men in the ring. They have fought in the parking lot of Monday Night Raw and of ECW, but now they fight in the ring of Survivor Series. Gargano and Reigns locking horns, the two men who started it all. Gargano right now has Reigns right where he wants him. I'm sure Gargano would have loved to have come into this contest with the ECW Championship around his waist, but that will come at another day for Johnny Gargano. Right now the focus is on Team ECW as a whole. Wilder the legal man. Double super kick. Down goes Reigns. And here is Wilder's chance in the ring to get his hands on Reigns. This is what he's wanted. And this is what he's going to get. Lariat made it look too obvious. Reigns slipped out of the way. On the shoulders. Samoan drop from the world champion. Reigns up on the second rope here. Might be eyeing up Wilder. Turns into it. Wilder with a body blow. Moving out of the way at the perfect time and getting in a great hand as well. Wilder doing all that he can now to go after Roman Reigns here. In the corner we go. Tag's going to be made. Adam Cole legal here. Look at the strength of Wilder to hold him in place. Incredible. Fantastic there. Tag team offense. All three of these men on Team ECW have been tag team champions at one point or another. So they know what it's like to have that tag team knowledge, and it seems to have rubbed off as well. Some tag team practicing maybe going on for ECW in the build-up. Cole legal. And look at that. In the corner, Reigns doesn't make a tag. It's a DDT of his own. Doesn't go for any double team offense. And he'll tag AJ Styles back in here. The only man with an elimination in this match so far. Styles and Cole have had some battles in the past over the United States title over on Raw. Maybe rekindling some old memories for these two men. Days of Bullet Club on Raw. Kick in the back. Shrugged off by Styles. Snapmares him down. Kick in the back from the former leader of the Originals. Two leaders colliding here tonight. Styles, he's in. Phenomenal blitz onto the former leader of the Bullet Club. Styles now looking to capitalize. Can't get the opportunity. Jawbreaker there from Adam Cole. These two men know each other well, and they're showing it right now. Cole in. Patella drop brainbuster from Adam Cole. That could level the playing field. Covers made. Kickouts at 2. ECW keeping another body in the ring there just in case Raw tried to make anything happen. Raw though staying still, as if Reigns was saying to them, if he's eliminated, he's gone. That's it. Styles in here. Look out, Bloody Sunday. Got all of it. Got every last bit of that Bloody Sunday, and Styles might be looking to end it. Is he thinking phenomenal forearm? Cole's dazed. Blockbuster. Decided against at the last moment, it would seem. Look out now, Styles in, Ushigoroshi may be. Holds him there for a few moments and then hits it. Adam Cole could be done for here. Oh, wait a minute. Reigns just forced himself in. Reigns tagged himself in and forced Styles onto the apron. Reigns tagged himself in and he could pay for it. Cole from behind. Roll up on Reigns. Has he got him? Oh, the shoulder up in time. Reigns just forced himself in, tagged the shoulder of Styles, tagged himself into the match. Styles said if he saw something he didn't like, he'd get out of there. Superman punch, spear from Reigns. May have seen the chance to finish off Adam Cole, and chose to do it himself. Drags him to the corner. Adam Cole is eliminated. Raw is up 4-2. Uh-oh. Styles and Reigns look at one another. It looked like Roman was going to slap him in the face to tag himself in. Gargano and Styles going to reignite the... Wait. Styles getting out of the ring here. Walking toward... Whoa, wait a minute. He's standing there. The count has begun. Styles did say to Reigns, if I saw something I didn't like, I was getting out of there. Counts on 3. Gargano isn't making a move. Neither is Wilder. Neither is Reigns. He's not even turning around. He is just standing there, and the Phenomenal One realizes all the eyes are on him. And as Adam Cole walks up from the ramp, AJ Styles is doing the same thing. Styles is walking out on Raw. He stuck to his word. He saw something he didn't like, and he got out of there. Styles counts himself out. 3-2. Reigns didn't even try and stop him. And now, ECW have inadvertently clawed one back. Gargano and Dunn. Dunn was laid out with a goat slayer on Raw after qualifying for Team Raw, but my goodness, folks, I know I should be focusing on what we're seeing right now as Gargano's about to hit a nasty back superplex. But I can't believe it. He just walked out. He just walked out on them. Fascinating. Simply fascinating. Styles up and leaving. Wouldn't have thought it, but the match continues on here, and Roman Reigns is not... It's as if Reigns seems flabbergasted that someone has opposed his leadership. Andrade and Dunn don't seem to be doing it. Their allegiance to Raw is pretty clear to see right now. But Styles, I asked, was he fighting for Styles? Was he fighting for himself? We may have got that answer right now. Oh! Schoolboy suplex, cover on the captain. Is Gargano out? No, he kicks out of 2. There are gonna be some boiling tensions on Monday Night Raw, win or lose for Team Raw. But Gargano's taking a beating from Andrade right now. I'd just like to clarify that Adam Cole made it backstage and immediately went to the doctor's office, I've been told. Didn't even acknowledge Kurt Angle, just went straight to the doctor's office. Maybe it could be worse than a cracked rib for Adam Cole now, but Gargano's going to fight back here. Maybe that's what made the elimination of Adam Cole so easy. Something else could be at play for Adam Cole there, but right now Gargano fighting with everything he's got. Gargano doing all that he can. It's Gargano and Wilder versus Andrade, Dunn and Reigns. Double super kick. Wilder the legal man right now. What can he do here? Crowd watching on. Big chops here from Andrade, letting up the chest of Wilder. Look at these forearms now coming in. Wilder backed up to the turnbuckle. Crowd not a fan of seeing Andrade in control here. Look at this. Right in front of Gargano. He paintbrushes Wilder. But Wilder ain't done. He fights back here. Forearm in the face. Fight continuing on from him. And the tag is going to be made. Gargano going to be the legal man once again in this contest. Here we go. This is what ECW needs to do in the position it's in. Fast and frequent tags. They're in a downhill position. Their back is up against the wall. But if there's anyone who is a fantastic fighter with his back up against the wall, maybe does it better than anyone else, it is Johnny Gargano. But for a third time, you'll feel the wrath of that powerbomb. Gargano might be wanting to do everything that he can to carry ECW to victory here. But his back could give out on him. And Andrade could be the one to do it. Moonsault. No! Second time around he gets it. That could do it for Gargano. No! Shoulder up in time, and look at the surge in Gargano. Look at the fire in him. Right up to his feet. Keeping Andrade down right now. Fantastic work from Gargano, who hits a big super kick. Andrade wanting the tag. Not going to be allowed it though. In the corner now, you can see the sweat beaming off of Gargano's body, how much he's given in this match. Andrade laying there. In my opinion, he could have made a tag by now, because Gargano is taking ages to claw himself to the top rope. Misses with a double stomp, but rolls through. Not another one. Not a fourth one. A fourth running power bomb from Andrade in this one. Chop in the chest. Gargano evaded. Nick of time as well. Irish whip. Slides through the legs. Hurricanrana got all of it there. And that's a perfect opportunity to make the tag if ever I've seen one. But either Andrade hadn't noticed it or was refusing the assistance. Andrade might be looking for all the headlines to say he was the one to eliminate Johnny Gargano. But that doesn't seem to be happening right now. Gargano putting him in position. Going across the ring. Here we go. Super kick from Gargano. Met him in the middle. Drags Andrade over to his side of the ring. Taking one big gasp of air as an incoming Goat Slayer connects. 1, 2, 2-all. Level playing field, and Reigns rushes in on a weakened, tired Gargano. And you can hear what Atlanta thought of that one. And rightly so as well. Look out now on the shoulders. Snake eyes into the apron. Apron been seeing a lot of action here this evening. Been used a lot throughout the matches, and I imagine it might be used in the main event as well. Look at this now. Gargano finding his bearings. Wilder going to get the tag in here. But so too will Dunn. Dunn tagged in as well. Here we go. He wanted Reigns, but he'll have to settle for Pete Dunne. Gargano back on the apron. Got the forearm there. Wilder rolling up Dunn, trying to make something happen. He got him! He got him! Wilder pinned the United States champion. It's 2-1 to ECW. Who would have thought it 5 or 10 minutes ago? But it's happening right now. The comeback is on. It's Wilder and Gargano against their most bitter rival. Reigns is down. No flips, just fists going out of the window maybe. Leg drop on Reigns from Wilder. Go on, Dash. What a moment this could be for him. Oh, Mr. Clothesline though. Mr. Clothesline big time. Looked like a heavy thud in the turnbuckle. Sit out power bomb from Reigns. Wilder's in trouble. This crowd cheering Wilder on and booing Reigns in the process. Swept him with that STO though. Again made the lariat look too obvious, but come on, what a chance this could be for ECW to level the playing field. And not only that, but to oh, Gargano! Reigns went after Gargano. Gargano ran him. Slingshot spear. He tried first and he paid for it. Wilder needs to find his bearings. And he's doing just that. He's collected himself. He's crawling to Reigns. Pin him. Pin him. Oh, Reigns returning to a relative even playing field. Look at Wilder now. Backbreaker on Reigns. That's for Scott Dawson. And this could be for ECW. 1, 2. Oh, Reigns kicks out again. And Gargano let out a heavy breath there. He thought it was the end. Looked for the double knees. No one home. Looked for the knees we see in the Shadow Machine, but no one was there. Superman punch from Reigns. Oh no. Come on, Dash. Come on, you know you've got it in you. Reigns in. Spear. 1, 2, 1 v 1. The two men who started it all will end it all. Gargano and Reigns. Here we go. This is for all the marbles. This is for the hatred. Can't knock him. Wilder with a fantastic performance. He pinned the United States champion. But it's come down to these two men, to Roman Reigns and Johnny Gargano. Wait a minute, Reigns rushing to the top rope. Not every day we see him go up there. Went for the knee, but no one was home. Gargano evaded. And Gargano, yes, yes! Goat Slayer on Reigns! 1, 2, 3, no! Up in the nick of time, up in the nick of time, but Gargano can sense that Reigns is almost done for. He can sense it in him, calling him to his feet. Is he gonna look for the spear once more? He flies, oh, Reigns pushed the ref in front of him. Reigns pushed the referee in front of him. Ref down, but the fight continues on between these two men. Clothesline, up, over, and out goes Reigns. Gargano feels the fire inside of him. Oh no! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch, Naito! Oh, not again! Another Destino! Referee still down. And so is Gargano. This is a robbery. Reigns up and rushes into the ring. You have got to be kidding me. He covers. God damn it. Well, they had it all, didn't they, this Survivor Series match? That was the turning point. Reigns was down, may have been out. But then came Naito. And that was not only the final blow for Gargano, but for Survivor Series as well. Roman Reigns is your sole survivor this evening in the Survivor Series match. The final man standing in the ring, though not by his own volition. Roman Reigns wins because of Tetsuya Naito. And with it, Monday Night Raw has won Survivor Series. 3-1. Whatever happens doesn't matter in regard to the brand warfare. Reigns has done it, Raw has done it, and Naito has done it again. That son of a bitch. His day will come, but our moment will come right now. Strap yourselves in, seat yourself down. This is going to be one of the greatest matches you have ever seen. Seth Rollins, Kazuchika Okada, 60-minute Iron Man match. It's the main event of Survivor Series. It's the Rainmaker against the greatest of all time. But once all the dust has settled on everything else that comes our way at Survivor Series, it will be time for the rematch of a lifetime. The most anticipated rematch in universe history, as Kazuchika Okada and Seth Rollins will face each other once more at Survivor Series in the first ever 60-minute Iron Man match in the history of this universe. For over a year, both men have desired to be the very best, and while it's safe to say that no one is better than these men in this company, we've never had our answer. Last year, we were promised the match of a lifetime between these two men, as then ECW champion Seth Rollins challenged Okada to the match for Survivor Series. It was certainly an incredible match, with both men giving it their all, kicking out of each other's respective finishing maneuvers as they attempted to prove they were the superior competitor. However, that match has been remembered for the actions of someone else rather than what we saw from the two in the ring. Corin would invade the match, laying waste to both men and ruining what had the potential to be the greatest match in the history of this company. For a year, we'd hear whispers of a rematch, with fans of both men wanting to see the match between both men, but nothing would come our way in the grand scheme of things, as they were too busy making their own legacy in this company, in their respective brands, and in wrestling folklore as two of the greatest to ever compete in the sport we all love. Okada would once again become WWE Champion, a title he still holds heading into Survivor Series, while Seth Rollins was breaking every record in sight as ECW Champion. If both men were to take each other on again, now would be the time. Both men were champions, both men were on top of the world, and there was no one else who could rival them on that mountain. That was until SummerSlam. Gargano escape! Is this the one? Brooklyn on their feet! They are at fever pitch! It's locked in! Is there any fight out for Rollins? Oh my God! The Richter scale was shattered when Johnny Gargano submitted Rollins to win the ECW Championship, ending his reign at 729 days, almost double the next longest reign in universe history. Following this, Rollins took an extended leave of absence, citing a swath of injuries sustained during his legendary reign as the reason. While Rollins was gone, only Okada stood at the top of that mountain now, and the hopes of a rematch at Survivor Series seemed to be dashed. Maybe we were to never get the rematch between the all-time greats. That was until Okada took actions into his own hands. Does he mean what I think he... Oh my God! Okada has challenged Rollins for Survivor Series! The challenge was put out. The hopes were back in force. Okada had been challenged the year before, but now he was the one doing the challenging. We were ready. But silence followed our way. 1 week passed, then another. Nothing. Okada demanded an answer, and after being invited to ECW, he got one. On behalf of Seth Rollins, Kazuchika Okada, he accepts your challenge for Survivor Series. Kazuchika Okada, Seth Rollins challenges you to a 60-minute Iron Man match. Now, the fight was on. And at Survivor Series, the match we've waited over a year for will finally happen once more. It will be the Rainmaker versus the greatest of all time too. The excitement has filled the air, the anticipation is at its peak, and we are all ready for 60 minutes of the two greatest wrestlers in the world today, finally getting to decide who the greatest truly is. While it may be SmackDown versus ECW, the brands are second to the men in the ring, the two men who stand at the top of the mountain of wrestling. But once 60 minutes has passed, only one will stand at its peak. Seth Rollins returns at Survivor Series with a chip on his shoulder and a desire like no other to defeat Okada, to cement his already well-planted legacy as one of the greatest to ever do it. Both men have immense respect for the other, but both men need to beat the other. Only one can do it. It's the match we've all been waiting for. It's the most anticipated rematch of all time. It's the main event of Survivor Series. It's 60 minutes. It's Rainmaker versus greatest of all time too. It's Kazuchika Okada versus Seth Rollins. Goosebumps of the highest caliber for what we're about to see. This is a familiar sound. Harkens back to the days of WrestleMania when the Rainmaker returned in New Orleans. And he'll make his way out here this evening to one hell of a reception from the Atlanta crowd for the fight of his life. There he is. Kazuchika Okada is here. No title around his waist. And as I found out talking to Okada earlier today, he said he isn't wearing his title out because the title doesn't matter in this moment. He loves, he adores, he respects that WWE title and everything it means. But he doesn't need to wear the title. In Okada's mind, it was rubbing salt into a wound for his opponent. As we said in the build-up, these two guys have so much respect for one another. And Okada sharing that respect by refusing to wear his title. It's at ringside. It is at ringside. But if the title isn't on the line and the title doesn't matter, Okada didn't want to wear it. That is a show of respect from the Rainmaker. I see a new look attire for him as well with the trunks. Oh my goodness. Chills are running down my spine for what we're about to see, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a year in the making and then some. And we're gonna get 60 minutes of it. We are blessed this evening. And the Rainmaker, with all eyes on him for what may be the final time tonight. He is ready for the fight of his life. He's had so many great matches. He's faced so many great opponents. But this is something else. This is a moment we have waited so long for. And it is seconds away. Okada waits. We wait. Nothing I can say can add anything. I am going to sit here and let the moment speak for itself. Here we go. We have waited for so long for this moment. And for the first time since SummerSlam, he is ready to fight. He is a two-time ECW television champion. He is one half of the longest reigning ECW tag team champions of all time. He is the longest reigning ECW champion of all time. He is the most successful champion of all time. He holds the record for the longest title reign in the history of this company. Seth Rollins is back! The greatest of all time has returned. And I will be completely honest, I wasn't ready for Atlanta's response. When this man parted ways, he was in a sea of villainy and hatred, and he comes back tonight with a hero's welcome. Words can't even put the moment into pictures. He has returned to burn it down. He has returned to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. You can barely hear the theme over this arena. What a return Fit for a king, fit for a champion, fit for the GOAT. Welcome back, Seth Rollins. And here we go. 60 minutes on the clock. Oh my God. It's happening. It's finally happening. Okada and Rollins sharing a ring once more for the first time in over a year. This is awesome. This is awesome. One-upping each other. They know what they got themselves into. And the forearm shots will fly. Rollins will get first hit. And the collar and elbow tie-up will begin. 60 minutes as you saw on the clock. Top right corner will count down. Once it reaches 0, whoever has the most falls will be the winner. You can gain a fall by pinfall, submission, or your opponent being counted out or disqualified. Nothing to separate them in that collar and elbow tie-up. They go back to the middle of the ring and they lock up again. They're not going to be sprinting. Don't expect a sprint in this matchup. They can't. They have to endure their bodies for 60 minutes of punishment. The longest singles match without a Royal Rumble that I know of in the history of this universe was Seth Rollins and Kyle O'Reilly in the summer of 2018 at Heatwave in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Rollins won that one by 4-2. Something tells me that not only will it be a 2-fall difference, but that we're not going to be getting that many falls. I could see this being 2-1 would be my guess. But I don't know who. I love it. And I can't wait to watch these guys fight for 60 minutes. Look at them go. Forearm shots are flying. Standing and trading to get us underway. No welcoming back party from Kazuchika Okada to Seth Rollins. Once the bell rings, the action begins. The fight begins. Raw may have won this night as a whole, but we as fans of professional wrestling are winning tonight with this match in front of us. Roll up by Rollins, looking to steal the first cover as quickly as possible. Nice move. Count of 1. All it gets. Look out here, Okada with the first slam of the match. Taking down Rollins. And a chin lock applied. 3 minutes down. 56 to go. Nothing to be separated in that one. Okada letting go, looking for the slam on Rollins. This time he has it red, slips his way out. Rollins in the corner, stomping the feet. He is ready. But I'm not going to sit here and force these guys back into action, because why would I? They'd then be barely able to get anything going for the next 50 minutes. This is a match that's going to take time. This is a match where, I said it's going to be 2-1. I'm going to make a prediction. I don't think there'll be a fall for the first 20 minutes. I think it's going to take 20 minutes at the least for one of these guys to pin the other. The question will be as well, how fit is Seth Rollins? How able is he? Remember when he said he took time off, he said his body barely worked on him. He fought because he loved ECW, and he fought when his body told him not to, when everyone told him not to. Rollins kept on fighting. The knees were shot to bits. The back was in tatters. The neck barely moved. The head was a jumbled mess. The feet barely fit into his boots. The ribs were ruined. Oh, and that is the first big move of this match from Okada, spiking him with a DDT, but it's only good for 1. Only good for 1 on that one. Rolls to the apron here. Good counter there by Rollins, caught him with a knee, crowd roaring to their feet as the knee comes in again. And a forearm there, then the knee came in, cover by Rollins, and still only one count so far, 5 minutes down. And Rollins come up with a nice counter there. Good thrust kick in the gut. As you feel now the momentum starting to set in, the pace of this match starting to set in. Don't expect, last year between these guys was a sprint. In every sense of the word, they went out trying to beat the other in every conceivable fashion. That's not going to happen this year. Not a chance. We saw 4 Rainmakers, 3 curb stomps, something like that. We won't see many this year. Because when those guys will hit that move, they'll want to hit it to finish their opponent. Back in the ring we go now. Stare-down continues between them. Okada looking to slam Rollins again, and again Rollins will evade. Rollins with a little bit of a slight change to his attire, the white and the gold that is traditional and well known within Rollins' repertoire of wrestling gear is still apparent, but with slight tweaks from it. Oh, that might have been some ring rust. Rollins looked for what I think was a blockbuster, but either he had a poor jump or he didn't jump far enough, and he missed Okada completely. That might be an indicator. Maybe Rollins isn't at 100%. Maybe the legs still lack that spring that they used to have. Or maybe it was just ring rust. Doesn't matter how good you are if you step away from the sport. And if you were a quarterback and you were brought into the Super Bowl having not played the game for 3 years, you are going to have some rust. And that could be Okada's chance to capitalize. Rollins being saved by the ropes there, so says the referee. Referee's called him crucial throughout this match. He's got a busy hour in front of him as well. Sunset flip here from Rollins as he looks for the first fall. And another 1 count. Have you seen a 2 count yet? I don't think so, as we're coming up to 10 minutes now. Forearm from Okada. Rainmaker looking to capitalize in the corner we go. Oh, went for a back elbow attempt and nothing there. Rollins turns him round. Saito suplex. Big move. Rollins taking him to the middle of the ring now, maybe realizing that there's an advantage to be had. Dead center, middle of the ring for him. Step in Zagiri, no one there. Okada swats it away. And he'll take him to the ropes now. Look out here. Okada has something dangerous planned. Bringing him in. Rope hunt DDT. Cover made by Okada. Just shy of 10 minutes. And I think that was our first 2 count of the match. Maybe I was a little bit too exuberant saying, well, 20 minutes, maybe. We'll see. Look out, German suplex incoming. May have been eyeing up a Rainmaker attempt as well. But Okada couldn't get it. Rollins countered. Planted his weight into the mat. Hit that knee. Great counter from Rollins. Look out now. Dragon suplex. The cover will be made here. There's 2. Oh, both men trading 2 counts. That's an important factor in this contest that you got to think about. Coming up to 10 minutes, yes. But if you're showing 2 counts already, if maybe you're showing signs of weakness, maybe. Are you kidding me? Rollins, we're not even 10 minutes in, we're still single digits in. Oh, drops down from the top rope, and he still risks it all. Running elbow drop on Okada from the apron to the chest of the Rainmaker at the back of Rollins. That definitely doesn't look like it's healed. He gave up on that way too early, and he's barely lifted Okada in this match. Okada sees capitalizing chance and takes it with an air raid crash neck breaker. And rightfully so, going into the cover, looking. Wow, 1 count. Rollins mismessed up in Zagiri. I don't know if Okada just swatted it away or if that was ring rust again on the part of Rollins, but it seems as if leg-based offense not at the quality that Rollins may want it to be. Nice. Back elbow there by Okada. Takes Rollins down. Boot in the chest. Rollins trying to cover up, but he's not going to get it there. Arm in the face from Rollins now. Look out here. Hooks the arm in. Drove into the mat there with that reverse STO. Nice grip on him as well. Capturing that arm so Okada couldn't shake free. Both these guys relatively even in height and weight. And in wrestling ability, if we're being honest. On the shoulders again. Fireman's carry slam from Okada. The Rainmaker's definitely oh, wait a minute. Could see a Rainmaker attempt. If it was one, Okada counted it. 11 minutes in now. Into double digits we go. And we won't leave them until the match is over. Nothing really to split these guys. Okada's had the heavier offense, yes, but Rollins seems to be breaking out a lot of counters as well. Look out now. Hanging him in. Slamming him down. Following through with his body weight as well. It's a smart move from Okada, who's going to go to the top rope for the first time in this matchup. Okada up there. Looks for a senton. Oh! Caught all of Rollins' knees. And he immediately capitalizes. Northern Lights, 1 count. Thrust kick counter from Okada there. Snapmare attempt maybe. Rollins counters. Comes in. Ducks under. Tilt-a-whirl. DDT. See the sweat already on both men. The lights beaming down on them. Thousands in the arena paying attention. Everyone watching around the world as well. Okada turns him round. Cobra clutch in here. Cobra clutch Russian leg sweep. Nice from Okada. Very nice indeed. Holding the head for a little bit there. Maybe feeling some impact. Maybe a move may have knocked a few bells out in him. Look out now. Chinlock being applied here. STF chinlock. Rollins breaks free and does a good job of it as well. Forearm in the face here. Has to be said, so far there's been very little to suggest, minus that missed blockbuster, that Rollins was a wreck. Oh, what a drop kick from Okada. He'll go into the cover here. That might be the first fall. There's 2. Oh, every time we go over 2, things can start to get a little bit cagey. As I was going to say, there's nothing to illustrate that Rollins was a beaten, broken, battered, injured mess. The last time we saw him in ring, there's nothing to illustrate that that is still living within Rollins. I don't know if he's at 100%. I've had very little contact with Rollins since this match was announced. He's been training non-stop. But is he back at the level that he once was? That is a big question to ask, as Rollins will hit up the top rope here. Here we go. Oh, that's not going to do him any favors if he wasn't at 100%. Went for a meteora, and all of the force in his body just went smashing knee first into the mat. Okada sees the chance, and he is capitalizing, and I don't blame him one bit. And if those knees start to play up for Rollins during this match, it could beg the question, did he come back too early? Would he have been smarter for his health, for his career? For Seth Rollins, the person, to not accept this match, take more time out and let his body heal. Look at these counters coming thick and fast from both men. In the corner goes Rollins. He evades the back elbow. Body blow. Chop in the chest. Spinning heel kick. Okada simply didn't have that one scouted. 15 minutes in now. 25% of the way through this match. Looks for a suplex back in the ring. That's a no from Okada. on Rollins. Top rope. Here we go. Look at that elbow. Great. Simply great. Cover made. Here we go. Has he finished him off here? Is it 1-4 to Okada? No. Here we go again. Wrenching, spinning toe hold at first. And then right down on the knee. Okada in. Cobra clutch again. Is he going to go for that Russian leg sweep once more? He will, and he'll sweep the leg of Rollins and nail it again. Down goes Rollins once more. Okada in control. May have been planning a Rainmaker attempt. May have spoke too soon as well, because here we go. Dragon suplex. No. What a break from Okada. What evasion. What a count in every sense of the word. That was fantastic from the Rainmaker. Perches Rollins on the top rope. DDT! My goodness. Spiked him. That could be it. No. But really, how close is Okada to the first fall? Because he is in control of this match much more than Rollins is. Second rope, drop kick, no. Rollins does smart, moves out of the way. Here we go now. Look out! Seth Walker! 1, 2, and no! He goes right for another cover as well. Right into it again, but only one. Man, he made that look seamless though. So easy for Rollins to hit, and it's turned the match around. Elbow drop on Okada now. See what'll happen here. Nice forearm. Rocked Okada. Okada staggering. He's barely on his feet here. Rollins is in full control. Drop kick to the maestro of it. Rollins fired up. Okada rolls to the outside here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Rollins went for a run there in his knee. Tweaking it slightly. Okada still recovering on the outside as well. Both these men now feeling some impact. Taking a moment to recover, taking a moment to recuperate. Okada's ribs, he's clutching them, and he may have been paying too much attention to them. Suicide dive from Rollins. I think Okada had his eyes shut, clutching at his ribs, and then a moment later, Rollins stormed through the ropes, back in the ring now. All the way for the senton again, but no one home. And again, he brings him in for that clutch reverse STO. Look out now. Okada, leg in trouble. Roll, leg DDT there from Rollins. Nicely done indeed. Question in there as we come up to 20 minutes. Both guys just kind of tweaking themselves, making sure they were okay. Rollins, as you saw, he was running and then he stopped. Clutched his knees for a moment. Maybe he is feeling some damage in him off that missed Meteora. Okada did the same with his ribs as well, so already these guys showing some hurt. But all they needed was a moment, and they're back to it because they're just that good. And it's Okada who has Rollins in this moment. Goes out to the apron, and topes back into the ring. Beautifully done there from the Rainmaker. He will go into the cover on Rollins now. Only a count of one as we approach 20 minutes in this match. And Rollins is up to his feet. Went for the knee, no one home. Rainmaker attempt, maybe no. Oh, Rollins may have tried for the big knee in the face there. Countered, counter again. Look at this, look at this. Drop kick into the back of the head. Countered each other time and time again. Finally, Okada got that drop kick though. Rollins doesn't know where Okada is. There he is. Elbow drop on the head by the Rainmaker. Throws Rollins back in the ring with great force. Elbowed on the bridge of the nose, it looked like, brings him in the ring now. Okada in control once again. Said that a few times this match as we have passed 20 minutes, over a third of the way through this matchup now. Rollins getting him out of the turnbuckle towards the middle of the ring with that suplex. Goes out to the apron here. And heel tope back into the ring as well. Beautiful. Okada though comes up with the counter, sends Rollins into the turnbuckle. Look out. Perching him now. Second rope. Draped in there. Rope hung. Neckbreaker from Okada. Doesn't go for a cover either. Brings him right back up to his feet as Okada sends something big. Has the arm. What if he did? Rollins told him to stuff it. Misses with the knee. Turns him round. Uh-oh. Death Valley Driver again, maybe. Yes, it is. Okada hasn't had a... Rollins hasn't had a counter for that move so far this contest. Elbow on the back of the head. He is softening that head up for the Rainmaker, that's for certain. Okada again getting hit in the knee. Oh my God! That's a new move for Rollins. Cover. One. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Okada back up to his feet. Look at him. Oh, these guys are fantastic. They are incredible. They're bulking up for another go. Here we go. Let the forearms fly again. Oh, I love it. Forearm shots come raining in. Oh, Rollins felt that one. Comes back with one of his own and Okada. Oh, Okada almost went down but stays up. Rollins gets hit. Oh, he shrugged that one off quite well. Okada, same copy set for him. Rollins hitting harder. Look at him. He is shrugging off these forearms much better than the Rainmaker. Is Okada hurt? Oh, Rollins tried again. Okada counters. Rollins counters. Smacked him with the right. Okada counters. Forearm. Oh, that did it. That forearm did it. Turns him round. Rainmaker, no. Poison Rana, yes. Rolls to the outside again, but are you safe out there when Rollins is about? Look out! How much did that take out of both men? Leaping crossbody from the top rope to the outside, but he didn't get all of Okada. But it looks like he got enough. He has him by the back of the head right now, and he is forcing him back into the ring. Rollins in firm control here. That crossbody could have been a massive turning point in this match. Rollins slowly getting back in the ring here. Doesn't look like he wants to rush it at all as he's taking his time getting back in the ring in this moment. He's bringing Okada back up to his feet, sending him into the turnbuckle here. Rainmaker fights back right away though. Action continuing on. Off the ropes. Drop. No. I said there wouldn't be a fall after 20 minutes, and I'm right. That's one prediction I got right so far. Doesn't look like we're heading towards that 2-1 that I guessed so far, though. I mean, we haven't seen a curb stomp attempt. I think we have definitely seen a Rainmaker attempt, though. Maybe more than one, as Rollins has the arm now of Okada, wrenching it back, trying to take the Rainmaker out of his arsenal. But Okada will slip his way free. Went for the big boot and undersold where he thought Rollins was going to be. Didn't get all of it. Oh, went for a right hand. Okada countered. Forearm from Rollins. Look at this. Forces his throat into the bottom rope. Nothing fancy about that one. Everything devastating though. Look out. Kanamade. And again, he gets that Cobra clutch in. Rollins just doesn't seem to be able to find his way out of it. And then all of a sudden, he's just a passenger almost. Ooh, had the leg. Rollins saying no. Not this time around. Up against the ropes again. Irish whip off the ropes. Drop kick from Rollins. Okada rolls to the outside again. Has he not learned in this contest that he's not safe out there? And Rollins will take any risk. That time he got all of it. Oh, into the barricade, but Okada quick to counter. Sends Rollins into the barricade. And up on the shoulders. Look out. Dangerous place to be. Dangerous barricade to go into. Right into that barricade went the back of Rollins, but he's right back up to his feet as well. Backing way up as well, giving Okada plenty of space to get back in the ring. And we're going to have another forearm throwdown. No, it just seems as if they're striking at one another. Rollins has the arm here, hammerlock position. Oh! Nice back elbow from Okada. Slams him down with ease as well. Rainmaker doing what needs to be done to be victorious here this evening. It doesn't feel like either of these guys are close to a fall on the other yet. Back elbow. Bringing him in maybe. Oh no. Off the slam again. Rollins got out of the way. Turns him round. Look out here. Poison Rana once more. Coming up to halfway in this match, and there is no indicator that one guy has the edge over the other. And in all fairness, we're coming up to half an hour as well, and there hasn't been a signature move of the guys that nailed either. I mean, yes, Okada's hit a dropkick, but there's been no tombstone, there's been no wrist control lariats, and likewise from Rollins, there's been no buckle bomb, no diamond crusher, no phoenix splash. They're hitting moves, they've hit some big moves, but they haven't hit the biggest moves in their arsenal just yet. Oh, that forearm! Oh, that forearm took Rollins down. And a drop kick into the knee from Okada as well. Rollins felt all of that one. Turns him round. Could it be? No. After the leg. After the leg that he just drop kicked. He's trying to take the curb stomp out of him. He's trying to take any move that he can out of him. He's trying to take that quick offense out of Rollins. And let's be honest, Rollins' body, 100% or not, is going to be hurting. So too is Okada's. Almost half an hour into this match now. That face lock, uses it to send him into the turnbuckle. Okada once again controlling this match, controlling the pace, controlling Rollins. Oh, good shot. Rollins counters. Top rope, here we go. Meteora this time, he doesn't miss. And he'll cover, looking for the first fall to go his way. Not to be the case. Rollins staying on point with these shots here. Forearms, chops. Backing him up to the corner. Oh, big clothesline over the top rope there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Rollins, oh! Yes, it is. Look at that. Beautiful. A thing of beauty. And Rollins brings him into the ring because he realizes it could be the thing that gives him the first fall at almost half an hour in. Oh! It's two. It's two. It's a Phoenix Splash! He still has it in him. Architect's Annihilation! No! A similar counter to last year. Okada covers. Is this gonna do it? No! Had wrist control as close to a Rainmaker as you can get. Massive lariat from Okada. And maybe he sees a chance to hit the Rainmaker. We are over halfway in this match and still nothing. 0-0, 0 on both sides. No falls for either man. But if there are going to be falls, it would be in the latter half of the match where both men are exhausted. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at how his neck is being, head and neck just being wrenched back there. Thankfully made an arm to the ropes there for his sake as, oh! Going to the corner with incredible fight, with incredible fury. Look out, your back suplex. Lands it. Beautiful from Rollins. Turns Okada around. There's that backbreaker again. Beautiful. Sending him into the turnbuckle. Massive forearm shot takes Okada down. Rollins will take it to the top rope again. He is now really firing on all cylinders. Elbow drop from Rollins. He absolutely has still got it. Top rope again. Moonsault. 2 top rope moves. And maybe 1 fall to Rollins. Not even close. Not even close. Seeing a lot of moves starting to repeat themselves in this match now, but then again, why would you want to try and break out? Oh, what an act of disrespect. The Boston Crab on Okada, a humiliating move to hit, to lock in on a former young lion like Okada is. Okada, he's crawling to the ropes and he makes it. That's an act of humility on Okada by Rollins. Abdominal stretch now locked in. He sees the body of Okada is worn down and he is wearing it down here as best as he can. He may have had a hero's reception, but there still is that bit of ego within Rollins. Oh, but Okada, he's humbling him. Ear raid crash neck breaker. Nice forearm. Got all of it. Sends him in the corner. Been a lot of forearms in this matchup. Been a lot of kicks as well. And Rollins just hit another one. Discus forearm from Rollins takes Okada down beautifully in the middle of the ring. In the corner will go. Oh, I know what Rollins. I already know what he's got up his sleeve. Is he going to look for that patented combination of his? Is it time to see it? Here we go. No, Falcon Arrow instead. May have planned it, but then backed out at the last moment. Rollins stomping the mat, maybe trying to see if that leg is still working in him for the curb stomp. Oh, nice counter. Sunset flip. He'll get all of it. He'll pin those shoulders down. The cover is made. Here we go. No. Almost. 1-0 to Okada. Sorry, to Rollins. Can't believe it. Still nothing between these guys. Nothing to separate them in the score sheet. And here come the fists raining down onto the Rainmaker. Only 5 will connect though. Big boot, no one home. Okada, dragon suplex. And he'll go to the top rope again. Here we go. Moonsault again. Maybe Phoenix Splash. Oh. And it got knees right into the ribs. Oh, look out. Has him in. German suplex. Bridges it as well. That is beautiful. That isn't enough. 35 minutes down. 25 to go. These guys are pacing themselves. Maybe there's going to be a last 10 minutes or so where they just go balls to the wall and put everything on the line. We'll be fighting out, that's for certain, in 15 minutes time. Drop kick from the top to the floor. He covers. 1, 2, nothing more. So, oh, what a transition. Oh my goodness. Tombstone. Oh, there's a sidewalk slam. Oh my goodness, what a move from Okada. Oh, it's a bittersweet too from a fantastic transition into a tombstone. Here we go. Line it up, get the vocal cords ready. Rainmaker, no. Neckbreaker from Rollins. And look at that. Rollins perched over Okada. Gonna be talking some trash. Letting him know you're not gonna hit the Rainmaker on me. Look at this now. Anger within Rollins. Maybe anger at himself being let out for coming so close to being on the receiving end of a Rainmaker. Oh, here we go. God's last gift. One. Wow. One, and Rollins' reaction says it all. How? Top rope again. Moonsault. Oh, the knees are up again. This late into the match, can Rollins be affording to be taking those risks? DDT, no. Great immediate counter from Rollins as well. Sends him in the corner. Oh yes! Now it's Rollins' turn to hit big! Buckle bomb! Nailed all of it! Rollins! Falcon Arrow for a follow-up! That was the difference there. Rollins, Okada thought he had him after the tombstone. Rollins almost knew he didn't have him after the buckle bomb. Oh my God, look out! Crossbody to the outside for the third time this match, and each time they've been hit in a different way. Here we go, has the arm again. Once again trying. I don't know if that's the Rainmaker arm or the wrist lock arm. Whichever one it is. I believe that's the Rainmaker arm that he was trying to take out there. Looks for that float of a DDT that Okada. Rollins stops him. Rollins! Architect's Annihilation! He covers! 1, 2... Oh, that was as close as we've come to a fall. He seemed to snap it rather than hit it with force, and the force that move has ended matches with before. He just seemed to snap it, to go for it on a whim. Maybe that might have been the reason why it wasn't 3, or maybe it's just down to how great Okada is. Look out, back suplex. No! Backbreaker instead. Cover. There's 2. There's a kick out. And still both men give it their all as we look for the first fall. It could be the only fall in this match as well. Rollins. Suplex attempt. Has him up in the air. Okada counters with a knee. Spills him over the top rope. Onto the apron. Drop kick from Okada. Has him up to his feet now. Look out, in his arms. Okada looking to slam him on the outside. Oh, the back of Okada gives in as well. And Rollins leaps on the opportunity. Face first into the barricade. 40 down, 20 to go. Okada's back, showcasing the fatigue of both men in this match. I'm getting tired just watching this thing. I can't imagine how these two men are feeling in that ring. Having to have given it all that they have. How worn are they? How much are their bodies begging for forgiveness? But there's still about 19 minutes to go. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful backbreaker from Rollins. Okada retreats to the apron. But he is not free from Rollins. Look out, suplex. Back into the ring. Rollins feels like it could be over here. Turning him over. Oh, no. They might be trying to perch him up for a curb stomp there. No, just a knee in the face instead. Maybe this could be a part of the finishing sequence, though, to finish off Okada. Suplex attempt, and the same counter comes out to play from the Rainmaker. Uppercut follows. Perfect position to go to the top rope. Second rope instead. Didn't get all of that forearm. Looked like a messy one. Oh no, he's got wrist control. He's got wrist control. And he hits them all. That could and should be 1-0, but it's not. Only a curb stomp, only a Rainmaker. That's all that's going to get these guys that all-important fall. That first fall, that only fall, whatever it may be, it's only coming from one of those two moves because they've kicked out of practically everything else they have to throw at them. Back elbow there from Okada in the corner. Put his body through it as well. Boot in the chest. Yeah. Oh! Big stomp from Okada. Rollins in trouble. Gives up his back. Oh, again. Now it makes more sense given how late we are in the match and how worn I imagine Rollins is. But again, when he's locked in that Cobra Clutch, he just has no counter. Drop kick! Could that be it? Has the wrist? No. Oh! Big knee, big knee. Sense of urgency starting to kick in this match now. They realize how much of this match they've been through and how little there is left and how much they need to beat the other. How much they need to hit that curb stomp or that Rainmaker. How much they need to do still to set up for it. Rollins on top rope with Okada. Will this be the one? Superplex. Floats over. Falcon Arrow. 1, 2, no. Okada really emphasizing that kick out as if to say, I am not done. Gives up the back. Reverse suplex. Every time Rollins gives up the back, there's kind of a sense of urgency. There's like a gasp within me, thinking, is this going to be the Rainmaker? Every time he gives up his back, there's an opportunity for Rollins to get hit with it. Nice reverse suplex by Okada, though. Drop kick into the turnbuckle. Shotgun drop kick from Okada there. Gives up the back once more. Back suplex again. Rollins lands on his feet. Had to think on his feet. Had to think quickly there with that counter. He certainly did so. In the corner we go. Big forearm shot from Rollins. Stomps on the leg briefly there. Maybe trying to keep Okada down. Maybe trying to make sure that he's just got a little few more seconds of breathing room or offense in him. Another running forearm into the neck, into the opposing turnbuckle. Second rope. Phoenix splash. Cover him. 1. We are 45 minutes in. And Okada just kicked out of a Phoenix splash at 1. I'd ask, what are these two men made of, or how is that possible? But these two guys are so good that you can believe it. Crossbody. If that timer wasn't in the corner, you wouldn't know that 45 minutes had passed. That's how good they are. Rainmaker pose. Looks for the smack beforehand. Rollins denies it. He made it look too obvious that he was going for the Rainmaker, and Rollins made him pay. Smacking that arm. That is I'm sure that's the Rainmaker arm. As well, that he just smacked as well. Beautiful Tiger suplex. Forearm again. Oh, Okada really stumbling on that one. Drop kick. Beautiful textbook, picture perfect. Standing moonsault there from Okada. He'll go to the top rope. Oh, but no one's home. No one is home on that elbow drop attempt. But someone's home on that elbow in the back of the head. Again, he slams him into the mat. You know, this late into the match, how much does even a move like that take out of these guys? How much do they have to put into these moves? Just a back suplex, a forearm even. How much more does it hurt? Does it pain within them? Because of the longevity of this match and the torture they have taken in it. Throws him. Okada top rope. Drop kick to a seated Rollins. That was with velocity. That was with fury. And it still isn't enough. Okada, he's going to look for it again. For the first fall. No. Again, it's counted. Smacks him in the back of the head. Crucifix. Crucifix. Retorting to the roll-up from earlier on. Oh, it's only one. It's only one. Are you kidding me? Suplex incoming. This time he gets all of it. No. Snap suplex to not even give Okada a chance to try and counter him. Turns him round. That backbreaker comes in again. In the same way that Rollins hasn't been able to counter that Cobra clutch, Okada hasn't been able to counter that backbreaker. Stomps on the arm there. In the corner. Forearm, no one's home. Great timing on that counter as well by Okada. Slipped at it just the last moment when Rollins was in the air and he couldn't back out of it. Look out. DDT incoming again. Got all of it. Second rope for the WWE Champion. Here we go. Lining it up. Drop kick, no. Nothing Okada could do there once Rollins moved out of the way, but accept it. That could have been an attempt for a kick in the gut, maybe for a diamond crusher, maybe for a curb stomp. But he sweeps the leg of Okada out from him. Drop toe holds him in again. This time way away from the ropes. He's got it locked in. Rollins might be struggling to breathe. His neck might be in agony. He might have to give it all up. Oh, no, he won't. Breaks free. Breaks free. And Okada really felt that elbow. Oh, look at this from Rollins once again, just stomping away at him repeatedly in the corner. I've worked up a sweat just watching this match. I can't imagine how these guys are going to be, how much these guys have sweated out of them, how much bodily fluids they've lost. And how long it's going to take for them to recover from this fantastic contest as well. Lived up to the billing and more. Neckbreaker incoming again. 50 is passed. 10 remains, and Okada looking to cement it right now. Rainmaker again is countered. Oh, did you hear the thud of that lariat in the back of Okada's head? But he comes right back with a forearm. German suplex, German suplex. No, counter made by Rollins. The counters are coming thick and fast now. From the former ECW champion. That's still a weird sentence to say when it comes to Rollins. Up to his feet. He brings Okada. Sends him to the turnbuckle again. Forearm shot once again. Look at the sweat. It's almost encapsulating Rollins' body. It's like a layer of body oil. Rolling himself to the top rope with every fiber of his being for a moonsault. And he gets it. 9 remain. Hold counter by Rollins, by Okada. Brings him in. Gives up his back. German suplex. Oh, that was a big one. That was a nasty one. And you can feel an extra degree of hurt in these moves now. 2-1, forget about it. That's out of the window. We're looking for a 1. We're looking at a 1-0. But who's going to be the 1 and who's going to be the nothing? What an elbow drop. Okada has him. Wow, look at the transition from the Rainmaker. No, he decides that he's safe for having him in his arms. Oh, now was not the time to showcase your ability to transition like that. Rollins will make him pay. Snake eyes into the apron. 8 remain on the apron. Rollins got plenty of time. Count in hand, can take a while. Okada up to his feet. Big knee in the face. Single digits remain. God's last gift strikes again. Middle of the ring. There's 2, and he almost had him. Almost, but not enough. That has been the case for so many moves this evening. Will the curb stomp have the same, or will the Rainmaker be the same either? Or will it be the one to end it? Look at this. How? 53 minutes deep. And they're doing something that happened when they were 3 minutes deep. 7 remain. Just standing here and watching the 2 greatest wrestlers in the world today hit each other in the face until one falls down, and that one looks like it was Okada. Has Rollins even attempted a curb stomp this match? It seems not. Seems as if he's just gonna go for it. And maybe because he's counted so many, think about it, he's counted so many Rainmakers now, at least I'd say 3 or 4. Rollins hasn't counted a curb stomp per se. He hasn't jumped out of the way of a diving boot coming to his head, really. So, if Rollins is able to hit it this deep in the match, does Okada even have it in him to counter anymore? Or will Okada just fall to the curb stomp? I mean, we'll find out if Rollins hits it. Drop kick. Neck breaker incoming again. Okada got all of it. 6 remain. Both men vying for that final 4. Moving as fast as I imagine their bodies will let them. Death Valley Driver again. Once more. Okada gets every last inch of it. But Rollins counters immediately, sends him in the turnbuckle. Okada comes up with the counter right away as well. Stinging chop in the chest. And with how much punishment these men have taken, that has to hurt even more, I would imagine. 5 remain. Okada missed. Rollins didn't with that back suplex. As the arm controlling it. But Okada, body blows, comes back. Drop kick! Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. This could be the one. Right, no, again. Again he counters. Rollins counters the Rainmaker again in this matchup. Hasn't missed a beat, that's for certain. That question of injury, it doesn't exist. Because he has given it his all. 4 remain. And he has hung with Okada for every minute of the 56. But can he go that extra mile in the remaining 3 and change to win? Look out. Up and down. Rainmaker pose. Will it be for what we think it is? Drop kick. Drop kick. Second breath in Okada maybe. Rollins caught him. Out of the air. Backbreaker. What a counter from Rollins. Time is ticking down, and these guys are acting with urgency. This crowd has been alive. It's been red hot all night, and it is in these final 3 minutes as well. 3 remain. Rollins' knee sent it to the mat again. And drop kicked again. Is that going to take the curb stomp out of his arsenal? Is it maybe that Rollins hasn't attempted a curb stomp because maybe there is that nagging injury? Maybe the knees haven't worked on him the way he wants it to, and so he hasn't been able to go for the curb stomp. Whoever gets this next fall, this first fall, they win. They win. Absolutely. Okada drags himself to the top rope. Misses with the elbow drop, took too long. The initiative for Rollins to take charge. Super kick into the ribs. Seth Walker again. Nails it. Cover. Cover. Will it be? 1 and 2 remain. But a 1 count. 58 minutes deep into this match. 2 minutes remain. These guys are going to have to drag out everything they've got left for 1 fall. Okada maybe doing some last minute adjustments to soften up the neck. Maybe doing everything that he can to make sure that that neck is as tweaked and as done as it can possibly be. So that when he hits that Rainmaker, when he goes for it the next time round, it is absolutely going to end it. But Rollins isn't going to let him end it because he's pushing Okada up on the top rope. Is this the second breath that Rollins was looking for? Superplex. Hangs on. Falcon Arrow. 59 have passed. 1 remains. And Rollins is in the driver's seat. Diamond Crusher on the same venue where DDP ended the NWO. Rollins might look to end Okada. Moonsault. He is doing everything, forcing him into the turnbuckle. 30 seconds on the clock for Rollins. And he is in. Buckle bomb. Keeping him in place. 15 seconds remain. Here we go. Curb stomp. Drove his head into the mat with 10 seconds to go. Cut back, cut back. Let's see it happen. 1, 2. Oh my God. Okada kicks out. Time has expired. 60 minutes have passed. It's a draw. We have the. So this. Oh, that is a. It's a picture perfect curb stomp, but slowed the cover down. There's 2. And oh, there's the proof. How close? How close was it? How close was that hand of the referees to coming down for 3? Inches. We waited a year for inches to separate it. But what? Hang on. That is the. That's not it. Are you? I don't know what to say. There's no way. There's no way it is. Is it? Is it? It is. It's the chairman. Vince McMahon is in the building. I'm not going to disagree with him. I mean, I wouldn't dare. He's my boss. But I mean, it's a treasure and a treat to see. Don't tease us. Don't do this to us. Yes! That's why he's the boss! Here we go! Even Vince McMahon doesn't want to wait another year. They're up to their feet. We are underway. Sudden death. One fall to a finish. 60 minutes could separate these men. Oh my God. Okada must have had the biggest sigh of relief imaginable, realizing that he got that shoulder up. But if you had to ask me if that means anything, that means that this is Rollins' match to win. Rollins was the one who hit that last big move. He hit the curb stomp. Okada hasn't hit the Rainmaker in 60 minutes of trying. Look at Rollins go now. All he needed was a few minutes recovery and he's right back to it. Vince McMahon is a damn genius for allowing this to happen. We are finally getting our answer tonight. We're not going to wait another year. We will find out in this very venue tonight who the greatest truly is. Meteora from Rollins. Every cover they go for now, it's not for one fall, it's for the fall. The most important fall in these two men's careers. Oh, such a suplex there from Rollins, on Rollins. Okada making it happen here. Sending, no, it's counted. Off the ropes. Oh, collision between the two men there. That sounded like a nasty thud as well. Referee caught up in the business of it all, but that won't make too much of a difference. Irish whip off the ropes. Yeah, oh, collision between the two of them. Again, the exhaustion of these two men showcased in how long, and again, another collision. The exhaustion showcasing, you know, how much it takes for these guys to just go for a move in general. And how much their timing is off from how exhausted they are. We're all exhausted. These guys are. The referee is. The crowd is. I am. Oh, look at this. Look at this. A trio of them. 3 German suplexes to Rollins. Amazing. Amazing. Rollins knocked to the outside by Okada. Referee still has to count. This could still end in a no contest, which roughly 0% of us, Vince McMahon included, want. First time we've seen Vince in years, that one was. On screen, anyway. Wow. What a treat that one was. And what a decision he's made as well, because these two men agree with it. They'll gladly fight it out. Okada, oh, again, that Cobra clutch. Still no counter from Rollins, and still able to get all of it. Sent on. Nice. Simple but effective. Rollins had no counter to it. Oh, went for the wrist control maybe. Got countered by Rollins with a nice drop toe hold. Sling blade. Where was that up in Rollins' arsenal for the first 60 minutes? Well, it's in his offense in however long we've got left in this contest, that's for certain. Elbow drop, missed. Okada in DDT. Sent on again, maybe. Oh, the knees are up in time. Rollins with a great counter. And now a Falcon Arrow got him. Time is not an issue. These guys can take as long as they want now to finish each other off. They don't have to rush to beat the other. They can beat each other down until there's nothing left, until there's no fight left in them whatsoever. DDT again from Okada there. Rope hung DDT to Rollins. He's down. Rollins in trouble. Look out, German suplex. Got him. And he's hanging on to the waist again. No escape. 3 German suplexes. He is in big, big trouble. Okada knocks him round. Rainmaker. Over an hour he had tried, and he's finally got it. He'll hook the leg. 1, 2, no! Rollins kicks out at 2, but Okada will try again. Rainmaker, no! Plants him down with a Saito suplex. Rollins still fighting, still able to go. Tit for tat, a curb stop kick out and a Rainmaker kick out. Next one decides it. I'm going to put that out there as a bold claim. Next one decides it. And we could be on our way to the next one as well. Rollins for the 3rd time in this match. He's going to look for it, and he's going to get it. He'll get that superplex. He will roll through like it's nothing and hit a Falcon Arrow almost 70 minutes deep into this contest. Long way away, but he gets that splash. If ever you needed proof these were the 2 greatest in the world, here it is right in front of you. Phoenix Splash from Rollins. Okada is gasping for air. And Rollins is not giving him a breath. Architect's annihilation. This is it. Curb stomp. The celebrations can begin for Seth Rollins. Hooks the leg as tight as he can. Okada kicked out at 2. And just like at SummerSlam, Rollins takes a moment to say, how? Pounds his chest, the fight is in him, forearms, sling blade, he is not done. Here we go, Diamond Crusher, oh, overshot it a little bit, has him up in a crucifix bomb position, Okada slipped out, neckbreaker. Whether that was a mistake on Rollins' part or a counter on Okada's part, I'm not sure. Drop kick, I am sure of. German suplex, nailed him. Here we go, in the turnbuckle once more. How much more can Okada drag out of him? And the same can be asked of Rollins. He's kicked out at 2 curb stomps as the Rainmaker, but is there any hopes of a 3rd if it connects? Doing the job. Oh! Right down on his head and neck it looked like for Rollins. Okada shaking his head. He knows. He knows he's not done. He knows it's not over, and he's right because Rollins counters with the very next move. Slingblade attempt maybe. Okada comes up with the counter. Over the top rope, no. Rollins counters, kick in the gut, knee attempt, made a counter. Back suplex, Rollins counters. The counters for counters, breaking out again. Fight forever, please. Off the ropes we go. Tilt-a-whirl back, breaking out from Rollins. He nailed Okada with it. He'll go after the leg again. Drilling it into the mat, knee and foot. An ankle, hitting the mat with devastating velocity. But Okada comes right back there with a body blow. Snapmares him, lines it up, basement drop kick. all of that boot got all of Rollins' head. On the outside. Look out. Okada on the apron. Went for the diving elbow. Rollins just stepped back and evaded. Snap suplex, and I think Okada's legs hit into the barricade. Well, he definitely hit into the ring pole. Into the barricade we go once again, but Okada counters. Kick right in the gut. Oh! And almost tackling Rollins into the apron there. That could have winded Rollins. And that's Okada's gain. As he sends Rollins onto the apron face first. Back in the ring at the count of 7 we are. What will it give to finish the other? We might find out. Drop kick. He's got it. He's got the wrist. Rollins might be done. Wrist control lariats. Face first on the outside. Could have been the beginning of the end. Drop kick. Wrist control lariats. German suplex. Hangs on. Rainmaker. He nailed it. Every last bit of it, he nailed it. But he knows he needs one more. Rainmaker pose. Rainmaker. Got him. "71 minutes, 18 seconds. And back to back Rainmakers seal it. Your winner, Kazuchika Okada. What a match. One we've never seen before and may never see again. This crowd on their feet for the greatest match we've ever seen. There could only be one winner, and in Atlanta, after 71 minutes, it was Kazuchika Okada who did it. Okada soaking in the admiration. Oh my God! It's Ciampa! Tommaso Ciampa! Here at the barricade! Tell me this isn't happening! He's got the briefcase! The black hat at the back is cashing in! Okada can barely stand. He's against the turnbuckle. He's barely breathing. He's barely conscious. Ciampa's cashed in. The title is on the line. Tommaso Ciampa's cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase. Up on the shoulders. Face first into the mat. Maybe even neck first. Ciampa sees it. Fairy tale ending. 1, 2. Tommaso Ciampa's WWE champion. The Black Heart has struck in Atlanta. The briefcase was cashed in. We have a new WWE champion. Black card in the bank, no more. Tommaso Ciampa, WWE champion.